So, where we last left off, we were in the midst of combat when we ran out of time, and I believe we were somewhere about Trovik's second swing. You had swung once with the mighty axe Hugh, which gleamed and glowed, and then did massive damage to this tree creature before ripping it back out. What else would you like to do on your turn, sir?
Pivot.
Okay. You can absolutely pivot.
Until flank range, I suppose. There we go. And I've lost my player card. Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swing again.
Swinging again? Question mark. There we go. Okay. Ooh. Jesus. All right.
Oh, everyone remember to activate your dice too.
Yes, activate your dice. That is a thing. Are my dice activated? They are. Why didn't I see dice? That's fine. Okay, so that is a 25. That definitely hits as you swing through at this creature again, and the axe lights up one more time. I need you to roll me another. What is that? 78 was it last time? Yeah. Jeez.
78.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a. Yeah. 78 for me, thank you, sir. 18 and 5 and 2 and. You did the divine on the first one, so you don't do the divine on this one, but yeah. 20 is being a butt. That was 5d8 and then 2 more. So that is 31, 38, 46 things and stuff. Yeah. Okay, got it. Boom. Alright. As you swing through the second time and just cut into the back of this tree creature's leg, it just wails out once again, and then it just drives more of its roots kind of deeper into the earth. Anything else on your turn? You've got your attack down. You shuffled around. Anything else?
One more for good measure.
Okay. Is the War General to swing one more time? And that is going to miss.
Oof.
You swing through yet a third time, and this time the creature just like lifts up one of its limbs and you swing right under it.
Oofda. Alright.
Yes. Little springy tree. Esmeralda is over here. She is going to take fire damage. She starts her turn into fire. Wow, Roll20 is just being super slow today. It's fun. Come on now, don't do this to me.
Roll20 is like, eh.
Yeah, dude, Roll20 just bit the bullet. There you go. Why did it do that? Okay, so that is 5 points of fire damage to Esmeralda. That's fun. Loving that. She's not happy. And she's gonna fight a scarecrow, because why not? Boop, 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 boop. And
Nice.
yeah. She's gonna take that scarecrow down into the field. That's Essie's turn. All the scarecrows is gone. Osgood. What are you doing here? You're standing on the ground near the door, I believe. Or near the frame of this room, I believe.
Alright. I can use 30 feet of movement to get over to the flask of oil. I'm gonna... Can I use an action to pick up and unstopper a flask of oil at the same time?
Sure.
Alright. So I'm gonna do that. And then... Oh. Can I use bonus action to throw it?
I mean, you know the tree's already on fire, right?
Yeah, the tree's on fire.
Sorry, one sec.
Mm,
I thought throwing wasn't.
Throwing is an action. That's my issue. Is throwing is an action. He wants to scoop up the
Oh,
bottle
okay.
on
Yeah,
the
right.
road.
All right. I'll pick it up at least then and unstopper it. I won't throw it.
It's a glass flask. I mean, you could throw it
Fair enough.
with it stoppered. If you throw it and take the stopper out, it's going to fly all over the place before it lands.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm trying to
The tree and the
see if I can
surrounding area
break
are
it on it,
currently on
right?
fire. Like all of that red is on fire.
I mean,
Right.
your bonus action would be picking up to stop blast, and your action would be throwing.
Right. You can do it that way, yeah.
Okay, I can do that way. All right, I'll do
Basically,
that
you're
then.
spending your entire movement and action, bonus action to do scoop and throw. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can do that.
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Makes sense now. What else
So,
is there?
attack roll,
Dropping
I
in
guess?
roll for me. Just
Probably like
roll the
D20 plus
revolver.
2.
Roll the revolver, and we'll use the roll from that. And we'll figure damage.
Plus 8, not bad.
Yeah, I mean it's a ranged attack. And you have dexterity, and you're somewhat.
I have a good arm.
So yeah, it's not bad.
Oh, that's a 10.
Yeah, I mean, you can get it close. You probably hit off the leg of it, yeah.
Okay.
You need an 8 to like.
Does it shatter
pass it on
or
in. Yeah, it shatter. Where you throw it,
Sick,
it's gonna shatter.
the 5
catch
feet of
the
fire?
next
Does
turn.
another 15 points of damage?
15 damage. Okay. 15 fire. Boom, 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 and that is boom. Gotcha.
And then, can I use 60 seconds of speech to say, drag him over here so we don't burn the damn field down?
Mhm. And there you can say all of these things. And then it is the end of your turn.
Yep.
And then we go to, hey, you're dead too. What a surprise. So, it's now the fire's turn.
The fire's
The
turn.
fire now has an initiative order because it's now created a fire. So, the fire begins to rage. And all of the red areas begin to be covered in fire. Everybody starts their turn in a fire, takes
Oh, God.
fire damage. So,
Well, Esmeralda stepped out of the fire.
yes, I know. I'm aware.
Okay.
She took it on the start of her turn. And she's
I
out
think
of
that I'm
the fire
resistant
now.
to
She's
fire.
in the middle of like this burning crop, just lighting and igniting all around her. You can now see
I
like
used to
she's
have
eliminated.
to have resistance to fire.
you used to. That was the thing you had. Brandman, you were on top of the roof with the other two Martikovs, crossbows all aimed, or ranged weapons all aimed towards this tree, as the field is catching and going up in flames. It's your turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. I might as well shoot at the thing. Just. I know it's not going to do much, but might as well.
I was about to say you definitely have advantage.
Oh, cool. That's wonderful.
No, you get sneak attack. I'm sorry, you don't have advantage, but you get sneak attack.
Yeah.
5 feet
Aw.
is sneak attack, right? It's not advantage. It's sneak
Yeah. If I have an ally within 5 feet.
attack. Right.
Oh, I'm dying.
Yeah,
You get
there's
sneak
like
attack,
3 of
but
you.
She doesn't get advantage from it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Why are the dice not rolling?
I have
Yeah,
no
they're-
idea.
And I don't like that. Let me make sure they're enabled on here.
Automatically roll
Um,
3D dice.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
love
I'll
bonus
make sure.
dice.
Yeah.
Refresh. And I'm just gonna roll the dice just to see if it works. When I go back in.
In a second, I'll run the same thing. I'm gonna have to
Because
run-
it's just our luck that we make pretty dice and then the dice don't
Oh,
work.
of course, you know how that works.
Yeah.
It's always something.
I'll pick my other Kelma for. Like I said, I have like 2 of them for some reason.
Sorry, you did come my downs.
And let me refresh real quick to make sure we see all the pretty dice.
Reset all the music and shit. So let me know
Yeah.
when everybody's refreshed, and I'll pick everything back up.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll a dice just to see if it rolls.
Hold on a second.
Whole screen blurry.
Yay, Roll20. The power of the internet.
Oh, right.
Indeed. I didn't even see it. Okay, that's cool.
No, I didn't see it either. So I was asking. So
Wonderful.
That's fine. Awesome.
I roll
So
20.
it's our expansion. That's all the shit. That's great. Great.
Roll20 probably updated and the extension hasn't yet. So.
Of course. Okay. Anyway, so back to beeswax.
Oh well.
Bramman,
Mm-hmm.
you just shot.
I shot once.
Yes.
It
you
was a
shot
13.
one. I saw. That is a miss.
Cool. Wonderful. I shoot again.
You shoot again. Are you still shooting the soaked bolts, or are you shooting the...
No, I ran out of soak bolts.
Okay, that one hits. That is 6 piercing damage and 12 sneak attack damage.
Yep.
That is 18 damage.
I believe that's my turn, because I can't do anything as a bonus action.
You stand where you're at on the roof.
Yeah, I'm quite comfy.
Makes sense. Do me a favor, make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Since you're
Perception check.
kind of just chilling out of the way and have advantage. I'll give you this.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's a 2.
Yeah. That is a
great.
2. Okay. Alright. It is Davian who is going to be clambering through the building. He's going to do his turn, do his thing. He's gathering shit. Come on, what are you doing? As you were
Okay.
standing there in this fire, I need you to take fire damage. Let me roll a thing. Ooh. Come on. Why are you not rolling anything there? 5 points of fire damage. As you are standing in the middle of this vineyard that is now engulfed.
Sure. Well, Kalmal is still going at it. He he grits his teeth while his robes and everything are burning. Yeah, he runs up, just a quick jump in the air. He does a quick spin slash with his new lightsaber sword.
Call it what it is. It's a lightsaber.
My lightsaber. Right, take one swing.
Swing. That is gonna miss.
Right.
That is gonna miss badly.
Yes. And when he lands on the ground, he's right at the base of the tree, so he swings upward from, going from down up, trying to cleave the tree.
Okay. That's also gonna miss. You're swinging through, and this tree is just not having any of it. But from the first swing, you swing down. The second swing, you swing up, and the blade almost like fizzles a little bit from the first swing, and just kind of like doesn't connect.
Kalmal's pissed at this point. He just channels his ki again, and he does uses a ki point, and he does flurry of blows.
Okay.
So he
Bonus action.
immediately does a roundhouse kick to the base of the tree.
Does he? He does.
He
Very
does.
nice. Good job. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And then for his second swing, he kind of like sits down. He kind of like stops his roundhouse kick and then does like a straight punch right into the base of the tree again.
Whoppa. Okay.
Wish I swung that with a sword.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay. All right. Cool deal. You do anything else?
Nah, that's
All right. Shoot. Poop. Do. Poop. One hit says. Okay. Boom. Got it. Okay. All right. That's the Were Ravens as they continue to shoot off into the distance. Quietly, just like backing you up, Bramman, on the roof. And you all are hitting some shots, but it's hard to determine where your target is with all this fire coming up. Kind of messing up all of you all at this point. Gaynor, what are you doing? As this creature is attacking in your area, you also take 1d6 of fire damage.
If I'm
And
flying, I'm not standing in it.
You are flying 15 feet up. You don't take
yeah.
that.
So he's not getting hurt. I mean, he might get some smoke damage. He'll cough a bit.
Not
Okay.
directly flanking. For a large creature like this, I'd say like 50-50 type thing. Like this is kind of catty cornered.
Yeah.
Right.
You are not flanking on him.
Right. Gear to here
okay.
type thing would be flanking. Just to answer that question in the chat line.
Right. So I'm gonna cast 3 Eldritch Blasts at him.
Okay.
Push him back. Here's number 1. Here's number 2.
First one's gonna miss. Second one's gonna hit.
3.
Third one's gonna hit.
So that pushes him back 20 feet. And then
Okay. One second. Minus 20. Okay. Alright. So it pushes him straight back in a line from you, right?
correct. Yep. 20 feet. And then I don't know if you move me or not.
Here you go.
A little Roll20's acting a little slow for me right now.
It's acting slow for everybody.
Yeah, it's acting real bad.
And just because I can, I'm going to use my bonus action to use my little eye on the back of my
Alright.
back to
So,
cast slow ray.
1 second. You do the ray, that's
Alright.
fine.
No, fear ray. That's what I'll do.
Osgood. I
Oh,
need you to make a dexterity saving throw. In an attempt to dodge out of the way of this tree, because it has just been pushed back in your area.
Towards you.
Across
Trying to dodge a
towards
truck.
where the bottles you have just picked up were, and have now been thrown onto it and pushed and moved. Oh no.
There he goes.
Hey,
Oh.
it'll be okay. I
Oh.
see it. It's a 13. That's not
Okay.
good enough.
Oh, is everything right?
Now everything's crashing. Okay.
I think she's dying.
She's
Yeah.
dying. Technical
Yeah.
difficulties.
In more than one way.
Yeah.
Gee, if you can hear me.
Go towards the light.
Go towards the Go towards the light.
I'm sorry, no, I had to.
Did he just?
I think he's just restarting.
Yeah, he's restarting. Are you okay? Are you alive?
Possibly.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Really, robot-y?
Can you
Yes,
hear
I-
us at least?
Can
Oh,
you
wait.
hear us?
Okay. Is there a reason you rolled dexterity save twice?
I think the system.
I think the system was running slow and he just clicked it. He was supposed to roll it
Okay.
once. So 13 was the whole thing. Alright, so I'm going to roll that damage for that, and then you can do as you will for the rest of your turn, Ganor, and then we'll go from there. So give me 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not? Let's do that.
Of course, Roll20's gonna have all the.
So 6 damage. Let me know when it comes
Yeah.
back. Okay, Ganor, what else are
beginning-
you doing?
And
He's getting squished.
yeah, you were saying. Nam?
Maybe look at Foundry one day.
I'm beginning to think that Roll20 does maintenance on Sundays.
Oh,
Okay, that makes sense. All right, so I'm going to cast Fear Ray from my little beholder eye.
Mm-hmm.
Whap. So DC 14, he needs to make the save for Wisdom. Guessing he's not very wise.
he's a one.
Wisdom save. He rolled a 14.
Motherfucker.
There was a flat 14 because he's got a +0. He rolled a flat
Oh,
14.
wow. Well, and then he beats it.
Mhm.
Dang it.
And that is my turn. Well, I still have movement.
You still have movement.
I'm gonna move 40 feet. So I can
you
get away
petrify
from.
him?
So I can get away from. Yeah, but I mean, like that's con save.
Oh,
I'm gonna move 40 feet over here to get out of like spreading fire in the vineyard. Just sending the land. Or yeah, and that's my turn.
Okay. Are you able to hear us? Or are you somewhat back? Chief,
He's not in the Discord. He had to restart. He restarted everything.
Restart. Got it. Understand. Okay. Cool. All right. So that's the end of Ganor's turn. Oh boy. Fun stuff. Oh hey. I'm rolling this thing. Oh hey. Good for him.
Oh.
It's good for him. Welcome back. Can you hear us? I think that is a no. Okay.
Probably getting everything set up.
Yeah, make sure everything's set up. It does the thing. I'm gonna make sure I'm doing this right because I'm sorry. It's been a minute since I've done
MTC.
this. Yes.
When I did the raid, did I need to do some kind of roll for like able to do it?
Oh, yes, you did. I'm sorry.
You want to do that quick, just cause?
Yeah. Oh, actually, that would retcon that whole thing. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, roll me a d20, please.
16.
Okay. So it doesn't change anything. That's fine. Q. Okay. All right. So this guy is gonna do his thing as the guy, because that's what he do. Where you at? It is the thing. He is going to use his roots that are in the ground, and they're gonna shoot up at. Oh no, she's down. She's up. Maybe. You're too far away. Of course you are. All right. Roots are going to shoot up out of the ground towards your feet, Trovik, and attempt to grapple you, and to Osgood's feet as well. And it is going to do this.
Some like hentai level shit right now.
Yes. It is a 14 to hit Osgood and a 19 to hit Trovik. As these vines grasp.
I think that hits.
14 hits you?
Oh, 15 is my AC.
So it misses you. Okay, so does a 19 hit Trovik, or does that miss? I don't know what your AC is.
Yeah. That is.
Okay, cool. All right, so so you are grappled by this thing. It doesn't do any damage to you, but this massive root just kind of like wraps around your leg and begins to like grip you and pull you down toward the ground a little bit. Osgood, you make to jump out of the way. It is going to swing its branch towards you, Osgood.
Oh.
Trying to thwap down on you with a 28 to hit. Jesus. It's 17
to
points
bludgeoning
of
due to my mutagen. I'm resistant to bludgeoning damage, just like a
Fair
captain.
enough. So that is 8 points of damage.
Yep.
All right. Cool. As it is going to swing down its large tree trunk branch on you, it is going to do that one more time for funsies. What's the range on branch? Actually, let's see if he can get creative. Can he get creative? I want my monsters to get creative. He can get creative. He's gonna swing at Trovik with his other branch. Swinging away. That's an 18 to hit. There's an 18 hit. Okay, so that is 18 bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Oh, we're still safe. We're still safe.
Okay, so that is 18 points of damage cut in half because you're raging. It's going to use its bonus action because you are tied by the tendril and bound. It is going to make a bite attack at you with its bonus action. Bite attack. Show up on the table. Don't be a pain in the ass. I'm going to click it again, and then it's going to roll it twice, and it's going to be problematic.
Yep.
See, exactly like I said. Damn it. Why did it do that to me? It's a 13. It would have missed anyway.
Yep.
All right. It attempts to bite down towards you. A 13 does miss, right?
It does. I'm going to use the reaction.
Yeah, absolutely. You can react to it for sure. As it kind of like pulls towards you with its tendril, and it kind of like tries to drag you towards it. It just can't get you close enough. But what are you doing as your reaction, sir?
Riposte. If a creature misses you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to expend one superiority die to make a melee weapon attack against it.
Go for it. Go for
Let's
it.
roll that first.
Mm, 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 mm. Is the riposte roll added to the damage or the attack roll?
Let's see. Damage.
Okay. Alright, so that 16 is going to miss as you riposte and swing. Not able to really free yourself enough to get a good grip on your axe, and like, trying to swing through, you just can't make any good purchase on this tendril that's got you down.
Wait, what? The root has an AC of 15. How does that
Oh,
miss?
the root does have an AC 15. I'm sorry, you're absolutely right. Because you're cutting at the root, you're not cutting at him. I apologize.
Yeah, I can't reach him. It's all
I
good.
got it. Makes sense. No, I'm sorry. Root does have a thing. AC 15, yes. 6 1, yes. So you cut the root, so you are no longer wrapped. You're free.
Aha!
You're free and unbounded.
It's in trouble now.
It is in trouble now because, you know what? It is going to use the remainder of its movement to stumble through Osgood and stumble into the side of the building, throwing its entire body at the vineyard itself. Catching.
Oh, this is problematic.
Just a tad.
Let's see.
Ah.
Instantly catching the dry timbers and the entire awning of this area beginning to catch fire and go up in flame.
Shit.
Branwyn and Were Ravens up top, the roof to the left side is catching and blazing as this creature is falling.
That's a good question.
And that is.
This would have been one of the very few times my old skill would come
3
useful.
times 2 is 86 points of damage to the structure. Okay, all right. Trovik, what are you doing? You take a d6 of fire damage because you're in the fire. This whole area is caught on fire at this point. Like, this doesn't give it an accurate representation, but all this area and shit, like everything here that's been in fire is on fire, plus this guy.
Oh, good.
At this point, yeah, because that's probably about more accurate in real theme, but he's there. So that's 4 points of fire damage. What are you doing, Trovik?
Continue slashing.
Slashing away.
Attacking the tree.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Oh, sure.
just a tad.
Roll it all. You're in the drill. You can swing all your attacks at once if you want to, and then do your bonuses behind it. The second one's gonna miss. So, roll 7d8 for me.
Okay. Lots of dice and stuff.
All the dice and stuff. So that is 5 plus 3 plus 2 is 10, plus 17 is 27, plus 9 is 36. 49 points of damage as Hugh just lets off into this thing, right? Is that right?
Yep.
That's right. Okay. And as you're swinging through this tree, just massive axe in hand, just cutting at the back of it, and every swing you cut into it, you just see like this light burst off and gleam off of this tree as the axe just cuts deeper and deeper. It is burning, and it is still catching and wailing as it's screaming, flailing around. How do you want to do this? You get to land a killing blow. Just grab it.
Oh, hey.
Let's get a nice like lumberjack cleave straight through.
Nice, like lumberjack sleeves. All right. And
Right into the meat of it.
absolutely.
The alcohol.
Fair enough. And you rear back, chop into it just so, cut the leg out from it, and the tree itself, standing, begins to fall backwards off of the building, writhing in pain and down onto the ground. As you just lumberjack cut straight through what would be on a human, like the back of the kneecap. Just slice this thing out from under it. The creature wails and falls backwards, mouth gaped open and then slamming shut as it falls on the ground, tree burning up. The vineyard and the building are on fire. Like, fire is crawling up the walls of the vineyard, the actual building itself. The crops and things are completely ablaze in this left field. You're not technically in combat anymore, but what is anybody doing?
I am running across
Running.
this roof and jumping to the well there.
Yeah, I was gonna fly over to the well and land by it.
Same thing. Let's go.
Kelmal yells out. He yells out, "Mage! Any more ice spells?"
I'm out.
Fucking useless.
As Esmeralda is caught in all of the flames, trying to push through, running in y'all's direction, sprinting down, she's taking, and everybody running through these flames. It's a D6 at least for dashing through it, for sure. So everybody's taking.
I probably just took full damage as well.
Yeah, I was about to say. Why are these dice not right? I mean, everybody takes at least 4 points of damage as you're dashing towards this well, but this is... It's hot. It's getting intense. Like, as you jumped off the roof and through it, you took fall damage. It's 10 feet fall damage. That's 2d6. Or it's 20 feet because it's off the roof, right? So 2d6. Damn it. I can't. I hit a button and now it's going to mess things up. The 6, of course it is. And what's the other one say? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Were ravens are turned into ravens and are flying off away from the vineyard itself. You see... Actually, nobody would see this, so don't worry about that. It's unnecessary. Yeah, so that is 11 points of fall damage, Branwyn.
Okay.
4 points of fire damage to everybody running over to the well. I don't know how many people are jumping into the well. I would assume it's a decent amount. Is everybody jumping
I
into
think
the well?
I think we're trying to douse
Trying
the
to
flames.
douse the flames. Okay.
Let's get a bucket relay going.
Okay, you do you. Whatever you do. I don't know.
At least on the house.
I cast Thaumaturgy real quick, and I yell out booming to everyone. I go, "Everyone get out of the house. Everyone get out of the house. It's on fire." So it's that way there's no way that, you know what I mean? They all should have heard that.
Makes sense.
Anyone who's there.
You would think that who's smart enough to listen to you has gotten out of the house at this point, or at least heard your warning too. Yep, absolutely. The well does have a bucket relay system going down and up. The bucket is currently raised to the top. Quickly enough, one of you could drop it down and begin to haul it back up. You don't notice any other pails or buckets right in the immediate vicinity, as the fire is still growing.
Is there any are any of the people around us that live here? Like, where's the buckets?
Not at the moment. They flew off southward, assuming fire. I mean, there's a small outhouse, a small shed, and some other things.
You gonna dump wine on it? That's not a bad idea. Wine isn't like flammable.
What? They don't have an empty barrel?
I mean, yeah, they're absolutely empty barrels. You can find one. I mean, you're dashing through the building to find a barrel at this point, but yeah, their barrels are in.
That's what I do. I do dash.
Yeah, I follow Trovic to see if I can find any barrels. Or, yeah.
I mean, easily enough, once you get into the actual structure itself, there are empty barrels and casks and things. You've noticed them before, but going and grabbing a barrel and trying to salvage something, you are going to take the fire damage as you all dash in. You're running through a building that's on fire. That is how many fire damage? 4 points of fire damage to each of you.
Is it like blazing on fire, like unsavable at this point?
Not yet, but it is climbing up the building at a rapid pace.
Okay,
the building is dry. Like the yard is going. Like this field is up. You may still be able to say the village.
All right, who has the bucket?
If they're running in,
they're
so
running in.
Trovik and Kelmar have run in the building.
Yeah, I would say y'all would probably be there and there. Getting into the building, doing the thing. Yep.
Alright, so I have a few questions. First, who has the bucket? Is it us?
It's one of us, apparently.
Okay. So we have the bucket.
With the water.
How big is the well? Like, could a person fit down the well?
Yes.
Easily, comfortably?
You could fit down. Trovik probably couldn't.
Okay, fine. How deep? Like, how far down can I see the water top? Like, is it within like?
Yeah, it's
viewing
probably
distance?
it's probably like 10, 15 feet, if that.
Cool. Okay. I cast a spell.
What do you cast?
I take the bucket. I dump whatever's in it onto the fire. Right. I just like lob it.
Yep.
I cast. Is this what I want?
Is that what
Yes.
you want?
I cast Fire Step. And instead of like putting the bucket on, wheeling it down, wheeling back up, I just start like poof down the well, poof back up with water, soaked.
I mean, that is quicker.
It's quicker.
How many times can you far step, or is it just
It's as many times as I want within a minute, as long as I'm concentrating.
Oh lord. Okay.
I mean, you could be like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
boom.
exactly. So I'm just like going.
I'm just
Okay.
standing there watching this, then like,
That's what
okay,
he's
then.
doing. And Brandon, you see the boys
I was
go
gonna
inside.
try-
You find a barrel.
He's gone full anime.
I was
and
gonna
you come
see if
back
I could
out,
draw.
and as you come out, you see Gaynor flashing in and out. Osgood, what were you doing? I'm sorry.
I was gonna. I'm debating pulling something from the deck of chances and seeing if I can get a Evoker.
Don't you fucking dare!
Go for
I
it.
mean, that's
I'm
that's
not
your
going
choice.
to. But
It's your character.
No,
choice.
if I see him with the cards, I'm gonna try and stop him.
yeah, I don't think I
you
will.
watching Gaynor poof into and out of existence with water.
I mean, he's right next to me.
Okay, I'll give you a chance if he pulls one. You pulling a
I
card?
probably won't do it because it's a 1 in 6 chance, and I don't fancy my odds. But
You don't know your odds. It's a
I
deck
don't
of
know. So I'll play within it. I won't do it for now.
So what are
Maybe
you
in the
doing?
Future, though,
What are you doing?
desperate.
You doing anything?
I'm probably just gonna see if I can spot any other sources of water nearby.
Absolutely. Make a perception check for me.
Sure. Yeah, no, I don't see anything through all the fire.
Building closest to you that's almost about to catch fire looks like a porta potty or a john of some sort.
Mm.
An outhouse. Doesn't seem like it's got plumbing.
Yeah.
And in your haste, that's kind of what you find.
Yeah. No. Alright.
Sorry. Gaynor, you are keeping this thing at bay and starting to get a tackle on it with this far step process. As Trovik and Kelma come out, kind of like carrying this large barrel, empty. Building is still on fire, but it's not spreading as rapidly.
I don't think I can carry a barrel with me.
No.
But you can fill a barrel.
Yeah, but what good's that gonna do if we need to keep it at bay?
Well, I feel like I can chuck the barrel a little
barrel.
bit better than
Okay.
a little bucket, you know?
Then I guess when they bring the barrel over, I start filling it, I guess.
Okay.
And can you far step with Trovik, like put him on the roof or something?
Trovik's too
So you can
big.
He's too
He's too
large.
big.
Too big.
Far step is very limited. It is myself and something I can carry.
put him- okay.
Alright. Alright, this would be terrible. I have a necklace of thirst. I can turn all the water in that well into dust.
Don't do that.
No.
I'm not going to. Don't worry about it.
And you begin to fill this massive barrel up, and then once you get the barrel as full as you feel is necessary, you continue to go back, teleporting and bucketing and bailing as you're trying to get this thing under control as best you can. Trovik, you have a massive barrel of water, and you're on the ground. It's like a wine-sized barrel.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm tossing. I'm getting a nice big arc onto the fire.
And a nice big arc under the fire. You trying to save the house? You trying to?
Yeah.
What's your target? Okay. Make an athletics check for me. With your Trovik skills. Is anybody else doing anything at this moment?
Well,
not to be in the building, of course, but obviously you all are in this area. There's
I mean,
less fire.
Gainor's got the bucket doing his thing. Trophic's about to throw a thing of water.
Yeah.
Is there any other buckets around or anything?
There are no other buckets or sources at the moment. And you don't notice, obviously it's flames and heat, but you don't see any of the Raven people anywhere.
Let me do a quick scan around to see if I see like who might be in danger. Like, is anyone looking like they're really bad hurt, like Esmeralda or anything?
Make a perception check. Nine. Through all the flames, you kind of lost sight of Esmeralda across the way, but other than that, you can't really piece or parse here or there. That said, with your athletics of 10, you don't get any advantage on athletics checks or anything like that? Oof, that's rough. That hurts. Yeah. So
Are you
I'd
technically
say
still raging?
he's still
'Cause you're
technically
taking
fire
damage?
Yeah, he's technically
Yeah,
could still be
you're
raging.
raging.
So wouldn't that give anything?
I think it does.
I don't know.
I'm not familiar with rage like I should be. Yeah, you gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws. So I would say you have advantage on that roll. Trovic, sir.
Okay.
Because you are raging.
Boom.
That was much worse.
Jeez!
Okay, what's the first one? You chuck this barrel towards as best you can towards the roof of the house, and it's a lesser distance because you're larger, but you still don't make it quite to the top of the house, and the barrel collides into the side of the stonework and the framework on the side and like the thatching on the roof, on the first awning. It spreads out and it begins to douse most of this. There are still sparks and little bits clambering up the building here and there.
But I'm assuming like Gainor's taking, he'll see
Just
that.
yeah, just because of time.
I was about to say, make another, yeah.
Prestidigitation
yeah.
can snuff out a small fire.
Right, yeah, I know that, but he can't snuff out what's here. So I have to cast Farscape again, just because it's probably been over a minute at this point.
Yeah, I would say you probably had to cast it again, and in doing so, you could get the rest of it more or less under control. This wing upstairs more or less is gone as far as everything's concerned, but the rest of the building is still somewhat intact, and that field is completely gone. But slowly, surely, you are able to manage down this fire. I would say, yeah. And that's the end of combat music, so do that. Oop. And as you kind of get this whole thing under control a little bit, you notice kind of flying a little bit off in the distance and kind of flying back towards you all is 3 larger than normal ravens. It's going to be flying back in your direction as you kind of finish off getting all this stuff squared away. And then within a second or two, they form and reshape back into the 3 humans that you had been dealing with previously. Davian and 2 of his relatives as they kind of land next to you all and inspecting the damage. And you see Davian in his face, and it's almost distraught in the fact that his home has been pillaged and burned yet again. But the 2 other boys seem to kind of like console him and take him to the side.
Is saying absolute nothing.
So the tree is the tree still burning? Well, that's all out, right?
It was, yeah, I was about to say, like, when you put out the other stuff, the tree was part of that.
Okay.
Because it was leaning on the house, so you would have had to put it out to.
So seeing how I was the only one who actually like saw it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna walk up to the tree and like reach into its mouth and pull out the stone.
Okay. So as you go to this tree, and the mouth is hanging open as it's kind of like laying on its backside, roots kind of tangling down into the earth. As you step up onto it and kind of like lean in towards the maw itself, you can now see much closer that the mouth seems like it was made of like shards of bark and things like that. And inside of that is just like razor sharp, like almost like obsidian, kind of like lining the interior of this creature, the interior of the mouth of the maw itself. But you do reach and manage to get your hands around everything without cutting yourself. To get far enough in to reach to the small stone that is now inactive. And as soon as you grab and put your hand on it, it begins to glow a familiar blue color. Pull your hand back with the stone in it. It is shining a mesmerizing blue, and I will image one more time for stone stuff.
Well, this will be useful.
Stone stuff. There we go.
Stone stuff.
The stone.
Do you know what?
Chi. Robo Chi.
Robo cheek.
Right?
Sorry, said that one over. Chi. What did you say?
Never mind.
There we go. Okay. Alright. So you pick up this stone and you now have this glowing blue stone in your hand. And the rest of you can kind of see that Gaynor has seemingly a very similar stone in his hand.
Come on. Just walks up to Gaynor as he's kind of walking by towards the thing, and he just kind of claps Gaynor's shoulder and just says, "Good job, mage." And just keeps on walking towards the field.
The field at this point is still on fire and just scorching away the little bits of vineyard that are in this particular patch. There are dirt paths on all four sides of this field, so it can only burn this field. But it doesn't seem like it's catching up enough to catch any of the other fields or anything like that. It's just relegated to that one field, but it's still on fire currently. And Gaynor, as you hold this stone in your hand, you can kind of see a little script kind of forming on the back of it as the front of it's glowing in your hand.
Can I read this script, or is it just nonsense to me?
No, you can read it. It's clearly visible. The runes glow blue, and the blue words appear on the backside of it that read, "The Weaver of Fate spins no more. To steal the power from your adversary, present the payment of your honey and milk, fruit and berry."
Word to what's her face? Brain stopped working. What is her name?
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda. Thank you. Jesus. I walk over to Esmeralda and I kind of like inspect her, and because I knew she was like in the middle of the field,
Mm-hmm.
and
She is not doing so hot.
I cast Healing Light on her for 2d6 because that's all I got.
That's all you got. It's probably
right now.
enough. What'd you heal for?
11.
That's not bad.
Or I'm sorry, 9.
I gotcha. Yep, +9. Cool. Okay. She more than greatly appreciates it. Obviously, she's
Is this better?
scarred. She's burned. Her scarf is completely gone. So you can see it kind of on the ground behind her. She's like discarded it and it's burnt up and all shitty. But yeah, she's alive.
Where are the what are they called? The Martikovs?
Martikovs, yes.
Martikovs.
Yes, they have relanded in the Yay position. I just didn't put it down. Martikovs, thanks. And they're just kind of like mourning the parts of their establishment that have been destroyed. But then Davian kind of looks over the group, kind of nods in some sort of an understanding, and
I step up in front of Davy and I just kind of say, once the fire dies down in that field, you have the ability to soar. May not be exactly. It make the plants grow enough time, even make the ground fertile.
Kind of looks over at you and just you see a smile of relief kind of come over his face, and then in as stern of a voice as he can, just kind of we would have rather seen the whole place burn to the ground and let the druids win, but I guess they probably would have won then anyway. Thank you, and that'd be very helpful. We'd appreciate it.
I hold out the blue stone. I go, this help as well.
He looks at me, he's like, that's stone they stole when they were holding me captive. Yes, that will probably certainly help.
Just so you know, we're gonna need to take these back eventually. They're more important than you or I even understand.
Kind of ponders for a moment, pauses, comes to somewhat of an understanding with the looks and the images on his face, and he just kind of nods and, oh, you saved our lives twice. Whatever you need.
Well,
Until you need them, could we attempt to get what use we could out of them?
that'll be fine. I mean, once I regrow your plants, use these to get yourself fields and rebuilt. But we'll probably need these stones as soon as we can. And
Stones
just
work quickly. It'll be fine.
that's fine. I look back at the field. Has the fire died down any?
It's slowly pattering out and burning out. I mean, eventually the whole field's going to catch and burn and cinder. But yeah, probably about within the next hour or so.
I think it's best we finish our rest. Then you can deal with it in the morning.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to sit in fire.
You sure?
Yeah. And I point to my little twigs, my hair. I go, yeah, these stupid things. I used to make some money on the side, saying, look, fire doesn't hurt me that bad back in the village, but now with these stupid twigs in my head, fire hurts a lot more.
Can't imagine you as a performer.
Well, monks, my village, are more protectors, but we don't really make money. So, something. I'm not dancing.
I think you make quite an excellent dancer.
Probably dancing as good as he in front of that tower. When I gain more.
Yeah, I did great. I don't know what you're talking about.
Davian and his son have kind of walked inside at this point. You all could get the remainder of your rest. You have the blue stone as well, which you're somewhat content with leaving in the property of the Mardukos, at least for the time being.
So it's just us for right now.
Just us, yeah, it's just you guys right now, and Esmeralda. That's it.
I kind of tell everybody to come around.
Group huddle.
Because I don't think I haven't mentioned anything about what happened. So
Nope.
Not nothing.
So.
Kind of got interrupted by a tree.
Yeah. A tree.
Yeah. So where we were before that.
No. So I basically just kind of lean on the well. I look at everybody. I found out more about the stones. You know that there's these weird things that granting us gifts, and I got these stupid sticks in my hair and cast limited magic now because of these things who have chosen me as like some type of chosen one, hero. I don't care. I don't trust them. But they did answer a question. These stones are linked to them, and there's these pillars around Barovia that if we put the stones in, we actually might be able to make Strahd vulnerable. Like, very vulnerable. But the problem is, I get a feeling that these stones represent the three beings that I'm talking to, and I don't trust them. But they are supposedly the ones that ruled this area, I guess, before Strahd came around. So it might be trading one jerk for another group of jerks, but it doesn't seem like the other group of jerks are as bad.
I mean, all gods can be dicks.
True.
Small twinge in your head, Gaynor. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't I fucking know it?
Oh, we now have 2 of those stones. There's another one out there. And if we get 3 of them, then it's just a matter of finding these things. So depending on what we want to do with Strahd, and I kind of reach down to my son's sword at my hilt, and you just almost see like a green hinge comes across his body just for a second. He's like, he lets go of the sword. Depending on what we want to do with Strahd, these stones might be the key to helping us.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want them on our person when we go there, then.
Yeah. So it's good that we leave it here. Plus, it helps them out. And I figured we can be friends. So, what should we do? Because it's going to take me a while to restore that field.
How long's a while?
Like, if I promise to enrich their land, 8 hours. If I promise just to grow their land, pretty instantly. But it just depends on how much of a favor you want to do.
Well, they said the stones work quickly. They make the land fertile, don't they?
Yeah, so I think you just need to start it out and give it a good, kick in the butt.
Maybe we just got to tell them to put the stone in the ground and I'll thing.
Yeah, I don't want to waste another day.
No.
Right.
We've certainly delayed far too long visiting Strahd.
True.
I turn to Esmeralda. I go, how are you holding up?
She's looking rough. She's looking a little worn out, but she's all there. Kind of looks up. She's like, "So what's the plan from here then?" You said something about stones. Something. One more that you don't know where it's at.
Well, first we need, I think the plan is to go to Strahd, get an idea of the layout of his castle. Yeah. And then find the stone.
I think that's best. Also, we need to decide what stays possibly here, what goes. So
Here, or we've got to pass through, my god.
Valaki.
Valaki. We've got to pass through Valaki on the way to Ravenloft anyway. So.
What about my...
We should definitely store that at Valaki.
We're leaving it with Irina.
Are we taking Irina with us?
No.
Okay. Then yeah, we leave it with Irina. probably that holy symbol pointing at Osgood.
That might also be a problem.
But can they detect that holy symbol?
This is the mark of a priest.
But they know who you are, I would think.
They know the history behind this symbol. It's going to be bad if they catch this as well.
I guess.
Would I actually know the lore behind this?
Probably not. Because
well, then can I use my ability? Can I use my ability, which is called? Give me a sec.
You can present me an ability.
Grim Psychometry. Can I use my ability Grim Psychometry to recall information about a darker past surrounding an object I am touching?
Absolutely. If that is what your ability does, that is what your ability does.
Yep, I'm gonna make a history roll.
Hold on, let me look at your ability. I want to make sure I do it right.
Yeah, sure. It's under features and traits, under strange metabolism.
Thank you. Not that I don't believe you, I just want to make sure I'm doing something that I'm not fully sure of right. Features and traits.
I don't quite know much about it either, so it helps if I can get a DM fiat on it.
I'm making a sudden history check.
Did I just roll 2 zeros?
Did you roll a 0? No.
I think I rolled a pair of zeros.
No.
I see it. You rolled a 21 and a 13.
Oh.
Unless your screen's just not showing shit right now. But the 21 is good enough.
Alright.
As you kind of look over the sword,
the holy symbol was what I was doing.
Oh, the holy symbol is what you're doing. Ooh, okay. What do you learn about the holy symbol? These are the questions. About a darker past. No.
Oh.
You gain the insight that this was at one time, and you've through your clergy work and just a little bit of here and there. This was a holy symbol for the faithful of Barovia. It represents the Church of the Morning Lord and the unity of the Church of the Morning Lord and Mother Night together. And it was actually wielded by a holy paladin named Lugdana back before Strahd took over. You remember hearing that in passing, but
right,
nothing dark.
He sort of
per se.
He sort of pauses, and there's
it does seem well known enough that it might be noticed.
Yeah, he sort of pauses a moment and then sort of nods again, sort of casually. He's like, "My holy symbol was wielded by a paladin that went against Strahd. It would be bad."
May I just make the call that a necklace is far easier to hide than a sword hilt?
If he can detect magic,
he'll detect all the magic on you.
Fair point.
Hey, Gaynor, what magic do you detect when you detect it? Does it stand out when you look at it? Or would it just blend in?
Detect magic.
Everything that is magical on your person stands out like a bright beacon.
Yep, I can detect what type it is.
It radiates as a radiant holy artifact.
Holy radiation.
I mean, as a simple rogue, I had no idea. So
no, I'm aware. I'm
nuclear reactor.
I'm letting the Gaynor know what he says when he's like, I detect magic, and everybody's equipment starts glowing and shit goes off. Yes, there is magic in your group, but yes, everything has its own signature, and it's just
I can tell exactly like what class of magic it is, what it comes from. The only thing I don't understand is its total history.
Yeah, so basically, y'all are made well enough aware that anything you take with you will be probably already identified. Likely
It would stick out like a sore thumb. Wonderful.
We should leave it. I personally think we should leave it with the vampire hunter person. I don't remember
Which
his
one?
fucking name. Either Richtofen or the other one.
Whoa.
Let's say if there's anything we want to leave and we're leaving Irina there, we trust her more than anyone.
No.
I'm literally looking at Essie standing right next to us, who is not accompanying us to Strahd.
She's just kind of smirking. She's like,
I mean,
I say it, but yeah.
If you want to deal with it, go ahead.
She kind of looks over. She's like, I mean, I'll happily take your stuff, but you got a better chance of getting it back from Von Richten.
Fair point.
Do we? Do we really? The person that
Von
really
Richten
wants to
probably
kill
not.
everything right now? Who has a vendetta? And who doesn't know us?
Half of it, and he could hold on to half of it, and, then we
What
should
about
have
we
half
just-
of it. Like,
Why don't we just give it to Irina so she can hold it herself? Because if anything goes bad, she has a holy symbol and a sword.
True.
True,
Fair
but I think if
point.
anything goes bad with Irina, Irina's going to be at that castle, and we will have nothing.
Just watch. Irina's going to be the most powerful person in this entire country come nightfall.
but the sun now rising fully into the sky.
Oh, well, I suppose sunrise.
Let's get some rest and talk about this once we wake up.
Yeah, I mean, I assume regular conversing and also having the long rest. This is the last part of it. You're kind of relaxing, so I would assume that this conversing finishes the rest. But yeah.
It's now
Okay.
gone.
I know.
I mean,
If the conversing counts as a part of the long rest, I am happy with that.
Yeah, I know it's fine with that.
I have an hour left anyway. You spent 10 minutes in a battle. I'm pretty sure you can.
Okay.
So wonderful.
This is long rest.
50 minutes talking and finish the long rest.
Long rest button.
Yeah, I know. We haven't clicked that in a
Long
while.
rest.
You now finally get the long rest button. See the point of
like 3
all 8
sessions.
hours for the long rest to happen. That's the point of long rest.
As a cleric, I can swap out my spells that I know, right?
Yes.
Per level. No.
Time for
No,
me to
cleric
change out
can
my
swap
spells.
them. Cleric can
Cleric's
swap them at
first.
dawn.
Only your cleric level spells can you swap. You cannot swap.
He
all
doesn't have-
spells.
He doesn't have anything else.
I have first level spells.
Yeah, you can swap.
I'm swapping them out, boys.
All right, everybody hit your long rest buttons and do your thing. Gaynor, I know you have a dice to roll, I think.
Did it roll or not? Because I can't see it.
Oh, I don't know. I can check. I'm not on that page.
No. Assault detect magicals.
Detect match is the last thing I got.
Yeah.
Wait, now I can't connect to Roll20. Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
It's a day for issues. This is great.
Welcome to the issue stream.
Oh, you cast a Staff of Frost.
Oh, okay. So I got a 5. Oh, that's
Yeah, there you go. That's
fine,
what we want.
That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So I can't really cast a lot, but I can cast stuff with my Staff of Frost.
Okay.
Everybody gets temporary hit points of charisma and half my level, so 12, and I get 18.
How much did we get, Temp?
12
Holy
temporary hit
shit.
points.
12?
That's such a big
100.
vote. Holy
100.
shit.
It's great.
20.
Puts Trovik
Uh,
at 40 something plus 150 something, something like that. Some
is there
dumb number.
anything else I need to remember?
Takes me into the 80s.
Wow. Good job, Nam.
Great.
You consider the big kids. No. I'm sorry.
I'm at 106.
Oh Lord. Okay. Well, that's a little bit more comparable. 80 to 106. I'm looking at Trovik's 135 and just Jesus.
Or my
Anyway. So you all get your rest.
my 133.
Oh my god.
What was as tanky as Trovik?
It's dumb.
I'm so squish.
But manage to square away things in the morning. They do plant both of the seeds, and Kelma goes out into the fields and begins this ritual he's not fully familiar with because this magic is foreign to him, but it comes somewhat naturally as he begins to help refertilize and grow this land just by reaching out his hands and focusing and channeling his energy on it. Very similar to how you focus your ki and balance your energy to do the magnificent things you can do in combat. You begin to harness and train those skills you've learned to adapt them to make this go by as smoothly as possible. And it takes probably a half hour or so. Half hour to an hour of just like 5 foot by 5 foot square at a time, just going by and just like trying to make. Is it larger?
No,
than
it's 150
oh shit!
square
It's a
area.
big it's not just
instantaneous.
I got it. It's not Druidcraft. It's plant growth. God,
it's plant growth.
Absolutely.
So there will be plants.
You still focus the same way everything else, and with enough effort, channeling in time, the plants grow, and the field at least becomes somewhat fertile. The scorched vines kind of recede back into the soil itself, and more vines replace them and kind of grow fresh in their place. And the field, for the most part, it's not as lush as when you got there, but it seems like it could be on its way.
Okay.
But what would you like to do?
I guess we're heading off to Vallaki.
That's where we're going.
That's a Vallaki, and I want to pay a certain potion maker a visit.
We also need to ask about the ruins, where those might be, because people would know them as ruins and not pedestals or magical places.
I also need to ask about a thing. Shit, I need to find that. I forgot about that place.
I've just swapped out my spells for some really interesting ones.
Okay. What do you need to find out about?
I'm finding it. Excuse me while I think through notes. Oh yeah, the mana.
All right. In preparation for the big fight, I've swapped out my spells for Word of Radiance, Protection from Evil and Good, and Sanctuary.
Interesting.
Okay.
Oh.
As you all
I need to figure out how to spend all this money.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's buy a level up.
So as you all are gathering your things, getting the remainder of stuff out of the rooms that you've been given for the night, Trovik.
Oh shit.
You find sitting in the corner of the room by your sack and satchel, a small bag with a number of coins in it.
It happened. It actually happened.
Yeah, I can't believe you did that.
I cannot believe.
But you all are pretty much organized and ready to go.
Yeah, how many coins?
50.
Went back.
Wait, what just happened? I missed something. What?
But yes, you find a bag of 50 gold coins sitting by your
Bam.
I'm so confused.
We'll tell you.
They had a bet.
Yeah,
It's just like we had a bet.
we had a bet. Trovik won. Wiki won the bet.
Trovik won the bet. Anyway, but you all gather your things, and Davian kind of comes up to you, Branwyn, right before you all are about to leave, and just in the gruffest kind of like trying to be charming, but he's this old scraggly man, green cape. He's just kind of like, can you take this to me, son, if you're going that way?
Oh, of course.
And he kind of pulls out another letter. This one in much more wrinkled, shittier looking paper, and he kind of hands it to you. And can you tell him that we need some extra hands over here? We might be having a bit of good luck coming our way once we fix up the burnt parts. Don't tell him any more than that. It'll give him a reason to come.
Of course. Can't quite look him in the eye.
Kind of looks over it all and he's just like, one day it'll be back to normal. And he just kind of walks off back into the barn, leaving you all on the road. Things packed, ready to go on the way out of the Wizard of Wines.
On the road again.
On to Valak. Back up the winding dirt road. As you get back to the hill where you were almost or as you get back up to the hill and almost back into the cutaway that goes further down the road back to Valaki, you look out once more across the vineyard and you see this massive line that's been carved through the trees from this massive tree that wandered its way all this way. And you can just see in the distance. Yes, Ken.
Oh, no, you might be answering my question anyway. Carry on.
Ask your question.
I was going to see, can I see where it's kind of coming from?
Yeah,
but you sounded like you were going to.
Yeah. Yes, I am. Good call. And you can see just in the distance through the trees and the line of carnage that has been wrought, a large hill that seems to be surrounded by maybe a small palisade off to the southwest. It seems to rise up above the tree line into the fog itself.
I'm guessing that's where the druids are?
Possibly.
Can I pull out my map while I'm doing that?
Absolutely.
Didn't Essie mark that area on our map?
Did she?
Did she?
I have a green circle on my map. I can't remember why.
You do have a green circle on your map. Your green circle is from your research in the libraries of Kresk that said something about potential, something about shrines, something about locations. And then she marked something on your maps. So yes, in that southern direction, cockeyed to the west, you see this path through the trees on this large hill. And on your map, it's about in that direction where she marked.
We coming back to this later, or we keep on going?
Coming back to it later.
Okay.
I think when we come back for...
I think that's where one of them needs to go.
Well, we're missing the stone still, so.
Indeed, but I think that's where one of them needs to go.
I think... I don't know how the stones work. Best that we get all 3 stones before we start doing it. This is something tied to Strahd. The moment we start putting these stones into place, who knows that we might sense something.
And we don't know which one goes where.
Yeah.
Fair enough. As you all are setting back on the road, everybody, give me a marching order on the road, please. Who would be first horse, second horse, third horse, fourth, and fifth?
I'd be in third.
I'll be second horse.
Okay.
Who's
in the group?
I'll be the back horse, I guess, unless someone else wants it. Then I'll be second to back, with Ezzy probably in the middle.
Grandma up front. been decided.
Brandon's just up front.
I guess.
I mean,
lead the way.
You saw the tower and pulled up the map.
Our
so I'm
talker
guessing
is talking.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. All we're doing is traveling, so I guess. Unless Wicked wants the front.
Nah.
Okay.
It's up to you guys. Okay. So make a perception check for me, Branwyn. As you are leading the
Wonderful.
troop.
Doop. Doop.
Oh, what was that roll?
Really? A 1? You've got to be joking.
Boy.
I was about to say, I was like, yeah, you got good perception, so you should be in the front.
Good.
1.
A 1.
10.
It's still a 10. That's ridiculous. Okay. So you are quite distracted. But you all ride on and continue to the crossroads at the Raven River, with the intersection that would lead you up to the Wizard of Wine, or down to the Wizard of Wines, up to the Mage Tower, off to Kresk, and then the route that goes back to Valaki.
The DM goes,
The DM goes,
It's not good.
and pauses. And then he unpauses, and then he repauses again.
That's not good.
How many hit points do you have? Bruh.
Interesting. Okay. As you all get to the crossroads and begin to take the fork back to Valaki, you notice a number of men, and they're with actually one woman, seem to come out of a small trail down in the forest. And like right as you get to the intersection, they seem to be coming towards the intersection as well from the northeast, kind of off in the direction of the Mage's Tower. It seems to be about 3 or 4 people, and they're shuffling through the brush. They don't seem to really be paying any attention or minding until they come out of the brush and onto the road itself, at which point you're probably about 60 or so feet away from each other. As you see now, what appear to be 3 men in normal clothing, and then a woman with frazzled-looking red hair sticking beside them. I mean, I could describe the guys too. One's brown, short hair. Another one's got blonde, messy hair, and the third one is slightly patterned baldness, brown hair, with slightly older complexion on his face. Sorry, I didn't mean to make like one of them like special to add. It's just my descriptions.
Would our professional talker like to talk?
I mean, good. Don't know who they are. They don't seem to have business with us yet. So,
are we moving towards them or away from them?
Kind of
crossing paths.
Just walking in the same general area. Like they're coming down from a path in the northeast. You're coming up from the southwest. It's not really like a direct confrontation. It's kind of like they're in the area at the same time you are. Does that make sense? So their direction they're heading is probably off to the northwest. So like they've come down this path and are going up another trail. If they had to pick a direction, it was probably closer toward Kresk than to Valaki, if that's the direction you're looking for. Is where they're heading.
Oh, I see where we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, you're at that crossroads. Yep. I apologize. I should just have the map open all times.
Yeah. I'm just gonna kind of look behind me at everyone else and just keep going, just to see if anyone else wants to do anything, just in case.
Lead the way.
Okay. As you continue past them,
I keep my eye on them just in case if I see anything.
The older-looking man with the patterned baldness or balding, kind of has a drab-looking cloak over him, and he just kind of like looks over his shoulder. And as you're looking at them and keeping an eye on them as you pass, just casually, he's casually keeping an eye on y'all as well. And then as the two groups of your people just kind of like pass each other, and you kind of like do a glance back to keep an eye on them too. You also catch him glancing back, doing the same thing.
I do one of those little like head nod things, just kind of like a little acknowledgement, trying to be friendly.
And you see kind of a small smirk come across his face, and he just kind of nods. And you can see that these people now do have some basic hunting equipment, some spears and things like that. Nothing fancy, but trapping equipment or nothing else.
They're just
they're just out and about.
Yeah.
No need to do anything. No need to
keep on going.
Yeah.
You all continue down the path. Are you going the northern route or the southerny route? Would you be going through the ruins of Zame again, or the dirt route that goes by the tower?
That's a good question.
Flip a coin.
Do we want to go through the ruins again?
I have a $5 bill. That could work.
Doesn't work.
I mean,
does anybody have a preference? Does anybody have anything they might need to find in places like this? Or did y'all just want to do it?
Ruins. Do we have anything in the ruins still?
That's the one where you found the ghost
the
of
sword.
what's his name? And the broken hilt, yes.
Oh yeah, the blade that we need to look for.
Yeah.
Need to look for is a stretch. It is just a broken blade. However, that is also where you found a letter that you never opened from 12 sessions ago. But
should I open the letter?
5 o'clock, and we are going to take our first break. So we're going to take our break. It will be 10 minutes or so. I will give you all some time to decide. Give everybody time to get up, stretch their legs, get some snacks, use the bathroom, and we will reconvene in 10 to 12-ish minutes. Let's say.
Yeah, we'll say 10 minutes. So, all right,
I'm gonna go eat breakfast.
Yeah, go eat your breakfast. All right, guys. So we'll be back in 10 minutes, guys, for the second half, and we'll be going to about 7-ish. So just sit back, relax, invite people to the stream, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. All right, guys.
All right. All right. So, you all were on your way back to the town of Valaki, and you were at the crossroads deciding whether to go to the ruins of Zmei or to the route that takes you by Kazan's Tower once again on your return trip to Valaki.
Oh yeah, we didn't discuss that.
You didn't discuss that.
Well, we were in the middle of discussing it. Chi has a letter he hasn't opened that said that he might open now.
Yeah, I'm gonna open that.
Open Zalita.
Yep.
You open Zalita, and there's a letter. And there's actually a letter.
A letter to King Brahma. Perez has fallen. The enemy forces approach us from the north and to the southeast. Zmei will not hold long. We can attempt to retreat to the fort to hold out, but I fear we do not win this fight. Send all the soldiers you can, or this land will be lost. Argon Voss to the Order of the Platinum Dragon.
Cool.
So I reckon that might have been the men in the Ember Temple.
The men in the mist?
Perhaps.
Yeah, the men in the mist.
The men in the mist might make sense too.
Yeah, the shields had the crest of the Platinum Dragon on them.
But we also found men. Sorry, I'm eating cheese. I also found men with that same mark in the Ember Temple. There were skeletons huddled in a pile in the back of a room.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Both of these are true.
He continues to eat his cheese silently.
Trail
Sort of
Russians.
nods. Half nods.
Give me just 1 second, guys. I'm sorry, I've got children to handle.
Either we stay on a main road, or we
And pass
go,
through
like,
those creepy ruins again.
right, or we go into the forest like a little dirt road.
We could chance looking at the fort.
Well, what will get us there quicker?
They're both the same distance.
They're about the same.
So,
I say we
mean-
just stick to the main road.
same way. I mean, we've already been through that
Sorry, I'm back.
area twice, and the thing only happened.
Aye.
Okay.
The only thing that's there is maybe that wolf if he shows up again.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay.
Yes, let's go and beat up the wolf.
No, let's not beat up the wolf.
Oh, please.
Bring it up.
You do gather from reading this letter that it was written by a general in the war that the Mist soldiers were fighting it.
Mm.
Would I know anything about this, being a person who's lived in Ravenloft for like 40 odd years?
No, on both accounts.
Right.
As this was 400 plus years ago, and it is not related to Trovik's military history.
Oh, I thought those soldiers were.
No. No.
No, the soldiers were Platinum Dragon soldiers.
Hmm.
The only difference was that he saw Revo as his soldiers. All of you saw
PTSD and all
Platinum
that.
Dragon soldiers. Trovik saw his battalion and his best friend, where you all just saw random foot soldiers. Just as a clarification for that scene, because it was a while ago.
Right, and let's just head on through and.
I'm going through the village again.
Yep.
The village is the quicker way than winding through the woods, so you save about 30 minutes or so on your journey. Taking the faster way rather than the slower way. You get back to the town once again. Same mist-covered town. The soldiers don't form. You can notice that up on the far hill to the southeast is a large fortress. The previous time you'd come through, it was covered by a wall of fog and mist, and you just couldn't see up the mountain or up the hill. But now you can clearly see this massive stone fortress, probably about 300, 400 feet up.
I glance back at the rest of the party.
And then you have the rest of the path going forward to the intersection.
No. We're not going delving in more ruins.
But all the treasure.
I mean, we might have find the other half of that
Perhaps after
sword.
Strahd's done.
Oh. That's a good point.
Oh,
Aye.
did I convince you to
No, you
detour?
haven't.
But
No.
sword.
But sword.
But sword.
But sword that we're probably only going to have to leave in Vallaki anyway.
But party
But
mob.
sword. But party mob. When we have sword at home, sword at home.
Yeah, sword at home is a friggin' stupid lightsaber. I think you get.
Oh my goodness. Fun. Okay.
Once we're done with meeting with Strahd, we can go and look into the.
We've got to
sword
come
and
back
mountain.
this way anyway.
Fair enough. I guess all of that makes sense in theory. Okay, so
If he doesn't drag us into the Shadow Realm.
You all
We're already in the.
We are in a shadow realm.
Oh, literally, yeah, you're right.
You see, like,
We're Shadowfell adjacent, like.
So you continue on the road, another hour and a half or so. Passing through the village itself, nothing catches your eye. The wolf's not there. It's just
Good.
casual traveling. Until you come into the next intersection. This one you've got tingly, bad feeling memories about. As your party was brutally dove on by a large bird not 2 days ago.
I look around real quick.
Oh yeah.
Check for me. Whoever's in the front of the group. Actually,
that would be
somebody
me.
make it with advantage because I'm sure all of you are on somewhat of alert coming into this intersection again.
Sure, right, yeah.
I has +9.
Premium feeding
Okay,
ground.
never mind.
No.
Oh Lord, did you do it again?
It has +2.
It's fine. It's fine. You guys
with
can make
advantage.
it.
It's with advantage. Come on.
Really?
Now.
I thought.
Hold on.
Come on now.
Oh, what happened?
No, I thought. Yeah.
Wait.
We said
Yeah,
one
I'll
person was
roll
making it.
So Cal, I'll roll it again with advantage. We're going with the one roll system, not the multi-roll system.
Yep.
Because otherwise we'd roll 10.
There you go.
I know. That's why I was like.
All right. As you look around, glancing over the treetops, glancing up the mountain, clear skies. Cloudy, but it's clear skies. There's no large bird looming or diving or soaring overhead at the moment.
Bit on the ground.
And as you all get to the intersection once again, you see the same signpost that you've put back together and fixed that has the directional cardinal signs that point toward Kresk, where you've come from. Lake Baratok up to the north. The vine pointing east obviously says Valaki, and the vine pointing towards the south says Berez.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you
to Valaki, right?
Let's go.
Straight to Valaki. Okay. You make your way down the path to Valaki. Another 20 minutes or so down the road, you cross yet another large stone bridge. This is just a stone bridge.
So calm down.
It will be a stone bridge mimic, and it will be great.
I slowly draw out my oil flask.
Oh, Jesus.
Are we burning a bridge?
I thought we used your oil flask.
Oh, hey, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. All right.
Funniness.
No.
Anyway, that being said, as you all continue toward the town of Valaki,
creepy music.
Oh boy, everybody stalls now.
Can you make a perception check for me, Branwyn, as you're leading the pack?
Okay, creepy music. I don't like creepy music.
Can I give Branwyn guidance beforehand?
Sure.
Okay.
You're like 3 horses behind me.
Well, I think it still counts.
Guidance is a thing, though, right?
The guidance is a
what
thing.
If I...
I mean, I'm allowing you to give her guidance.
Yeah, just take the guidance. Accept it.
Just take it. Just take it.
Roll a d4.
I am rolling d4. Oh, it's a d4.
Hey,
it's actually a 4.
Nice.
Wait,
So, as you approach the town of Valaki, and you all get close distance, about near the distance from the Vistani camp to the actual town itself, you sense that something is off.
What the fuck are you doing?
And
My 3D dice aren't working.
at the gate, you're familiar with Valaki at this point. You've come and gone twice now. Each gate has 2 guards standing outside, and the gate is shut. As your gate comes into view, there are no guards outside.
Dismount.
Oh boy.
You can now hear coming from inside the city a scream here and a shout there.
Fuck. Dismount.
Dismount your horse.
No time to rest.
Are you all basically at the gate? The gate itself is slightly ajar. And this is the West Gate, the Morning Gate, I believe it's called, if I remember correctly in my navigations.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get you all to an actual map because this is going to give you a town map so that way you know where things are happening, doing, going. This. Boom. You all are here. So. Oh, geez.
Oh no, not George. John. That one.
John is now vampire. It's fun.
Oh god. Well, I gotta go ahead and turn him now. Sorry.
No.
Sorry, Brandon.
John's too in love to turn into a vampire spawn.
Yeah.
I mean, he would be
he'll
turning
fight
into
for
a
it.
vampire spawn to be with a Dampier.
He doesn't
pretty
know
much.
you're a dampier. Shut him down.
But the moment
My
he finds
God.
out, he'll be on board.
Yeah.
He's into that.
I'm so done.
Or you will be.
I present you my neck.
Oh my god. I present you my neck. Oh. The statement of the century. Jesus. Alright. So, as you... Yes, you're there. I need a marker for you.
Yeah, the group marker.
Group marker is that?
Group marker's there. Thank you.
There you go.
Group, you are here. At the edge of the gate, you can hear a commotion coming from the inside, and there are no guards at this gate. The gate is ajar.
Kamal gets off the horse, because the gate is just a gate. I'm gonna run up a wall and just peek over.
Okay. I'm gonna secure the horses somewhere so they don't run off.
That's probably smart.
I'm gonna draw my pistol.
Kalma, as you vault to the top of this wall, you look inside to see the city, and you can see smoke coming from the distance. A number of buildings seem to be on fire, cindering. There seems to be some general shit going wrong in this town. You can hear the screams of commotion coming from a distance. Like you hear a large pocket of screaming coming from over here, and another uproar coming from this direction. You hear commotion coming from near the abbey and the church, or the orphanage and the church. Smoke coming from different little pockets of neighborhoods and things like that. It seems like the town's under attack, for sure.
I backflip off the wall, and I
Make an acrobatics roll.
I'm a monk. That's like practice for me. And I just kind of like land, and I kind of turn to everybody, go, the town's under attack.
Of course it is. We
Gathered
delayed
that.
too long.
Our first goal should be getting to
Irina.
what's the Blue Water Inn.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's get to the end. I jump immediately on my horse, and
No, I just tied it.
Just tie the horse up.
you just tied the horse?
He
Yeah.
flips
Yeah,
off
no.
the horse. as
We're
the
not
horse
taking
just
horses
jolts
in
the
there.
wall.
Okay.
We're not taking horses in there.
Okay. So
Smart idea.
I get ready. It's like, all right, then let's just run in there fast as we can.
I can turn into a cat real quick.
No.
Oh Jesus!
No, like kids. I was like, that's probably not a good idea. Okay.
It's really hilarious that the younger person in the group is like, just fuck
right?
no.
Yeah. Like, I just see. I was gonna be like, no,
the neutral Dampier has
I am
become
the
the party
crazy
mom.
old man, right?
Yes, I am the party
Right.
mom.
You're the
Let's go.
party mom. You're like, no, you can't get that sword. No, we're not running into the town.
Who knew when Brandon made an assassin road? Oh my goodness. Okay. All right.
I mean, my job is freaking controlling men. I am controlling men.
I mean, are you or are you hurting cats?
It's more like
As-
herding cats.
Is this there's a difference between the two?
I mean, you have yet to need to control me, so I mean,
Yeah,
come on now.
As we approach the gate, can I
Alright.
cast Emboldening Bond on DB Fig and Nimue?
Absolutely. Okay.
and
Each of you guys, once per turn, you can add a D4. Lasts for an
As long
hour.
as they're within 30 feet of each other, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I start.
Stick together.
I just
Let's
tell
go.
everybody, let's get going.
Okay.
And
I'd nod to the monk and let's go.
No, I know. I got you.
I mean, Trovik's typically going to be running right ahead above all the rest of the party. So.
No, it's going to be Kelma. Kelma is faster than the rest of us.
Alright. So,
Oh, okay.
as you all
Then
are
I give it to Trovik and them, rather.
dashing into the wow. Jesus. Trovik's telling it like it is. No, as you all run into the town and head down the main road, it takes you about a moment to get deeper
the
into the
Trovik
town.
guy just started sprinting. No one's gonna catch us.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
You're forgetting that I'm not that far behind. I can
not
keep
far
up with
behind.
Trovik.
Depending on the various levels of sprinting, it's a pacing race between Kelma clearly in the front, Trovik close
Wait.
behind.
Do you want me to win this? Because I can win this.
And there's Gaynor's flash step into the pan. Anyway,
I'm just moving.
however you all would like to bound the town.
Now we're just racing for the sake of racing.
I mean, yeah, let's go. Let's race.
The city's under attack.
Oh,
but
totally
okay.
down. It's a race. This is awesome. Okay, fine. Are you ready for this?
You're gonna use
No!
the spell slot for this?
Kind of just fast step.
Yeah, I cast Far Step for a whole minute. I'm just like 60 feet, 60 feet, 60 feet, 60 feet.
That's fine. That's fine. In 6 seconds, I can run 90 feet.
In 6 seconds, I can be 200 feet away.
No, because
Yeah.
first step is a 6-second move.
Yeah, fast steps. Every 6 seconds, you move 60 feet. For a minute.
You
So you all are
teleport 60 feet
chasing
unconscious to a space you can see, one of which turn.
On each turn.
turn.
A turn is
Oh.
6 seconds.
Uh-huh.
And remember,
seconds, I can run 90 feet.
and
I was
remember,
being
since
generous
it's,
with
and remember,
water.
since it's a turn, Kelmar could run 50 feet normally and then dash another 50 feet.
Yeah,
Oh,
so you can do
And then
that.
bonus action step of the wind another 50.
I
And
can
remember,
only do
remember I still
35.
have. I'm not using Step of the Wind either.
All right, whatever.
Okay, so you all are racing through the town. That's what we're getting to. Leaving Cheese character far in the dust. Sorry. all of these
There's this 70-something-year-old man just huffing and puffing behind the rest of the group.
Esmeralda are keeping pace because she is not as fast as these fools either. So you got two groups. You got Chi and Esmeralda, and you've got
The rest of us.
conglomerate.
I
of
shouldn't
these.
have given those damn bastards emboldening bond.
Nope, you should. Anyway, that being said, as you're running through the town, you hear cries of terror to the left and to the right. Where is the hell is that? Why is it not there? And why can I not see it? I swear I hate those. I'm sorry. As you all are going down the road, you notice a number of the town's guard have been absent. You've seen like one or two, and they seem to be running off in any direction they can. They can't be pinned down. But you see, as you all are running, you see probably about marked 120 feet in front of you. You see what appear to be two town's guard, fully armored up, weapons drawn, and they are fighting what appears to be some relatively discernible zombie and a pale, ghastly-looking skinned creature. You started to recognize this, even at a distance, to be some sort of like a vampire spawn, some type of unholy abomination. And as you all are running up as a group, like right when you get into visual range and see this, you see the vampire spawn raises its claw up and just gashes out the throat of one of these guards. And the guard falls to the ground as you all are running closer and closer and just sprinting towards the tavern center, or to the center of the town. As this,
Are they in the way of where we're going?
They're probably about 120 feet off. They're directly in line for where you all are going.
Okay,
But
as soon
basically,
as
right
they're
in
in range, I'm shooting at one of them.
Absolutely. And I'm describing what you see as
Cool.
this happens, so that's fine.
Well,
So, before you can shoot, but as you're going to shoot, as you see this, the vampire spawn claws out the throat of one of these guys. He falls to the ground, and the larger zombie kind of like clubs its hand across the head of the other soldier and knocks him to the ground, and he falls about 5 feet over out of the way, and his helmet falls off. You're shooting. Make your shot.
Yep.
And I'm
the vampire's one.
And I'm running towards the guard that got knocked over. Assuming he's not dead, he just got whopped.
Yeah, he just got whopped, but he's down on the ground. He's probably about 115 feet in front of you.
Out of curiosity, while I'm running up, can I drink a mutagen of Unbreakable?
You can. You are further behind the party, but yes,
Mhm.
I got you. Mutagen of Unbreakable. That hits. That is 12 piercing, and you get the sneak attack for first round shit, right? Because things.
Yes. Is it surprised?
I wasn't expecting a bolt in the chest, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's automatically a crit.
Fun stuff. Do math. God, how many fucking perfect dice did you roll? Jesus, woman. That's 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 plus 16 is a lot.
Oh, and did I just... I'm sure I need to check my piercer. On a crit, I can roll an additional damage dice.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
What's my damage dice? My damage dice is
So
D8.
D8, yeah. So that's 8. A lot. That's 42, I think.
It's a 1. I can re-roll... Can I re-roll that?
You got Piercer.
Yeah. I'm using Piercer to get that additional damage dice, though. Can I re-roll that?
Right, you also use Piercer to roll a damage dice again. You just have to use
Okay, I'm re-rolling it.
As is what Piercer says. Okay.
Piercer's crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And you're shooting at what? The zombie or the vampire?
Vampire.
Okay. All right. As you pull back and shoot, you hit this thing square in the chest. Bolt sticks into the chest and is just lodged there. But it's sunk deep, like really deep. And it does stumble backwards slightly. It's now kind of glaring over this body. It's down on the ground as Kelmar runs up towards the soldier on the ground. Gaynor, what are you doing? Are you doing anything? Or was that far step way previous?
I'm sorry. Which one did she attack specifically?
She attacked the vampire spawn.
And it's still standing?
Yes.
How far away am I from it?
From where she shot at, which is where y'all were moving at, I'd say probably about 100 feet.
Okay. Then I'm going to cast a firebolt at it.
Okay. Cast a firebolt.
Work.
Sorry, transitioning map, so we don't just look at the town map while we're just having like a verb.
Did it roll?
Did not roll. You are not in the Roll20.
But I am in the Roll20.
Roll20 says you're not, though.
Roll20 says otherwise.
Roll20 calls you a liar, sir. I think you are a liar, sir. No.
Spells. Firebolt. Roll.
Oh, host just fell over.
I don't know what I rolled for a hit.
26?
No, that's the damage. Oh, I did 26.
No, he rolled 26
okay.
to hit.
And I hit for 26.
A butt ton of damage, guy. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the same one, so it's 26 fire damage.
Yeah.
As you blast in that creature's direction, it does immolate for a moment and take another step backwards, but it's still standing.
Okay, can I get my other attack off because I have 2 attacks per action?
Absolutely.
Also at the thing.
You get that. Full show. Make it a thing. That hits.
Technically, it's still surprise round, so technically it's still a crit.
So that is okay.
Gaynor, cast fireball.
Yeah,
I don't have
no sneak
fireball.
attack, so it's just the piercing.
Firebolt.
Right,
And is it still a crit? Doop.
That's wizards and sorcerers, dude.
Take a level of wizard.
Yeah, I can't reroll that. It's once per turn. I can't reroll it.
Fair enough. Alright, so as you shoot, fireball or shoot, firebolt, shoot. They all hit this creature, and it just goes reeling backwards. The second bolt pierces through the shoulder of it after the first bolt kind of like pierced through the face of the vampire spawn, and the firebolt hit it dead center in the chest. All three of those have taken that vampire spawn out. However, the zombie is still standing as it looms over the man.
And that's where I come in.
Kelma's running up. Kelma, you notice they were busy shooting and firing at the vampire spawn. You notice, you recognize the man on the ground.
John.
It's John.
It is John.
Great.
Careful on the ground as this zombie is about to begin to devour and start feasting on him as you run up. What are you doing?
Yeah, I literally step right in front of John and between the John and the zombie, and immediately just go to hack.
Between the John and the zombie.
Yeah, I basically just like, because he's on the ground, I'm literally just jumping right above over him, right in front of the zombie.
John.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
All right, so I just screamed like, no.
Bad zombie.
Bad zombie.
Yeah.
That's one-handed, by the way, and plus I get the 5 radiant because he's a zombie. I hit once across the neck, then I do a little sweep and I come up to slice him from down to up again. And then for 14, and then I immediately use a key point and I do flurry of blows, and I immediately do a Muay Thai like knee straight to the zombie's nose.
And that's going to hit.
Okay. And then I finish it off with a spinning back fist right to his temple.
You know, there's a special place in hell for people who beat up dead zombies.
I mean, is that overkill? Because I was looking at that amount of damage, like, is it?
Well, after the second sword, I said he's dead. But
I totally missed that. I totally didn't hear you. I wouldn't use my key point then.
I was like, yep. I was like, well, he's dead. And you're like,
He's punched him into a bloody pulp.
John's very appreciative.
John's very appreciative.
Okay, and then since I fucking exploded a zombie, I hold my hand out to pick up John.
As you hold out your hand to pick up John, he's got a certain look on his face. As you kind of like lift him up and looks at you and shakes your hand and just kind of grateful. He's like, thank you all.
What's going on here?
Right. There was a little strange creature thing came into town a day ago.
I remember.
He came to the stables, and then the next thing we knew, we were under attack. The bell sounded, the guard was called. Kind of looks over, he's like, David's dead. We're running out of town guard around here. And it's kind of like...
I just grab him by his like leather armor. It's like, no time. Tell us while we're moving. And I'm basically dragging him as we head towards the end.
Okay. As you all continue traveling through town, the information you get out of John along the way is that the town has been under siege. He is very grateful that you saved his life. He kind of blushes as he looks at Branwen, and now blushes also as he looks at Kelma a little bit, and just concerned about feelings he was unaware of beforehand.
Brilliant.
He's a little bit mixed in his feelings at this moment, but he is quite grateful that you all have now saved his life more than once. And he informs you that the town has been somewhat of an uproar between that creature letting something loose on the town and the riots he mentioned something about. You're not quite sure what he's talking about, but wouldn't surprise you. Osgood, it doesn't really surprise you that there's riots in a town that's all about peace.
Yep.
But
I'm just looking around. I'm like nodding to myself, muttering to myself.
You do notice as you all are running through the town that a number of the storefronts have been boarded up or attacked or assaulted, and it doesn't look... Whatever's happening now isn't the only thing that's bothering the town, if that makes sense. But he does mention to you that the guards have kind of centered up in the town square. As you all are saying you're going to the Blue Water Inn, he kind of says that he thinks that they've made a stronghold there as well. And he's running, trying to keep pace with you as best as he can. He's much more keeping pace with Esmeralda than any of the rest of you, as you all are.
Well, no, remember, I have him grappled by my thing. Basically, he's going for a ride.
Right.
I mean, considering we're dragging him with him, I suspect we've slowed down.
Yeah,
at this point.
y'all probably slowed down enough to be able to hear him tell you all this. But best you can tell, the captain of the guard hasn't been seen recently. Town guard spread out over town to try and control whatever was released onto the town. How much luck they've had has not been apparent. This happened very recently. You do notice a number of buildings and things like that have been set ablaze as you cross through the town and things like that. And you hear screaming coming from the north ward of town and further behind from where you all had just come from, closer to the orphanage and the abbey. But another 10 minutes or so and you make it to the Blue Water Inn itself. And you see the once familiar inn. Windows inside of it seem to be as boarded up as possible, and a lot of the furniture and interior tableware and stuff like that seems to have been put, making almost like a barricade on the front patio area and on the staircases leading to the second.
So the inn's not on fire?
Currently, no. The inn is.
Knowing our group, currently, no.
Yeah.
That's why I say currently. Currently, no.
So the door is clearly like locked, but it's there, so we could probably like knock on it.
I mean, the door was a swing saloon door anyway. It's not going to keep anybody out. Oh. But the windows themselves have been boarded up for the most part. A lot of the tables and things like that have almost made like a barricade on the porch itself.
I immediately run to the second floor to see if I could get to where, Irina and them are.
Have you let go of John?
No, I've dropped him like a bit ago.
Okay, so I look at John and I tell him, you post yourself at this door and don't move. You tell us if anything comes.
Well, let's try and get it in. Let's try and get in.
Fair. Okay, so you put John down. You go up to the second floor to attempt to get up there. There is a large table that seems to be blocking off the stairwell itself. Seems to be well barricaded. You could move it, jump over it, attempt to athletics around it if you wish, but it is pretty well stuck there.
Punch a hole in the barricade.
No.
And the other barricade is in front of the patio down on the first floor where everybody else is. But Kelma, you run into basically a table blocking a staircase. What would you all like to do?
I cast Thaumaturgy real quick.
Okay.
And what was the name of the innkeepers again? What were their names?
The Markovian family. Erwin and Danica. Yeah, Danica. Yeah.
I just cast Thaumaturgy and I just say, "There, Erwin, Danica. This is Kelma from the group. Let us in."
From the group.
From the group.
We don't have a name.
Now remember, last time we were here, you jumped off the balcony and damn near killed a woman.
Yeah.
That wasn't the last time we were here. That was the first time we were here. Oh, was it?
4 times you were there. Yes.
Yeah.
This inn is basically your hub. Okay, you shout this out. Are you all doing anything downstairs while he's upstairs doing this? Because he's like halfway on the staircase.
I mean, I'm surprised. We probably heard that.
Yeah. So you hear a little bit of shuffling from the interior. Nobody comes to the staircase with you, Kelma, but you notice a head kind of pokes its way out of the door. And you recognize Danica, the female Mardukov. She kind of... one second. And she kind of like yells back in and gets some of the people inside to attempt to help her move some of the barricade to get you all into the first
While
floor.
she's doing that, I'm going to call Kelma back over.
I'll run over.
Yeah, and I mean, clear enough, you can hear shuffling coming out from the first floor. Nothing happens on the second, so you jump back over the ledge and back down. But enough stuff is shuffled and shimmied out of the way, and you notice that there's some interesting faces here. Obviously, Erwin, Danica, faces you recognize. You also see the gruff-looking men that were sitting in the north part of the tavern the first time you were here, Solstar and Yegveni. And they seem to be helping move. A number of commoners and things are helping out, but the sun's doing what they can. Eventually, they move enough stuff and get you a pathway in, shut it behind you, and you all are entranced into the Blue Water Inn itself. And we will get to that map because maps, and I'm going to change the music.
First things first, look around. Do we see Irina? Do we see Van Richten?
Make a perception check.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
14. That's not bad.
14.
We're all looking, so she do advantage.
That's still a 5 roll. That's ridiculous.
Might be time to go ahead and kill Van Richten.
I think we're all looking for that, so I mean, that's why we rushed here.
Yes.
Yeah, she's like priority number
Cool.
1.
Yeah. The two of them.
Moving you all onto the map.
Because wherever Irina is, Van Richten will be.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Unless something's gone seriously wrong.
Yeah. Which could be a thing.
Which could be a thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
24, much better.
Much better, much better, much better. Let's see.
Good job, Kelma.
Kelma tried.
He tried. His heart's in the right place.
So, you take a glance around. At first, you don't. But then you notice that they've kind of bunkered some people out in the back rooms as well of the tavern and the inn, like in the first floor where they normally cook and do things like that. And as you're kind of looking around the premises, you notice in one of the back rooms is Rudolph and Irina kind of huddled at the table.
Instant tension in shoulders gone.
But you all are in the Blue Water Inn. This place has been well boarded up. Like the front, the back, the sides, everything is more or less. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that, and that's it. That's all we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. All right. So now you have a little bit of visual from this room that you should be able to see in this well on top of everything else. And Irina and Rictavia are in the back room. However, the Mardikovs are panicky, and everybody in this place looks tense. You do notice 1 or 2 town guard. I actually need to make a token for John eventually because
John's important.
He's become a thing.
You know, it's that kind of thing. Magical items.
John is the most important magical item in our party.
No, he's really not.
He
He really isn't.
Have one.
Give us a quick description of John. How do you picture John?
Oh my god.
There he goes. There's John.
That
There's
is not
John.
John, but that's the token we
Oh,
use for
God,
John.
no.
Cool.
It's somebody else. Anyway,
we'll find something for John.
actually, I can't use that token because that person's here. So no.
Oh.
Use the token. Mistakes were made.
John
John
happens to look
John
exactly like
needs no
Kelma.
token.
I know.
John transcends tokens. What are you talking about? John is the token.
He is beyond space and time.
He absolutely is. What you know about John and his tokenness? John's his own square.
John is a square. Okay.
Well, we know that.
He's a wooden cube.
Why not? John's a square in a room. Until I get a picture for him. But yeah, you all are in the tavern itself. Everybody looks on edge. Everybody looks concerned. You hear people whispering back and forth. Something, vampires.
Well, I must say,
You mentioned wolves.
Oh. Well, I must say, of all the situations we expected when we came back from Vallaki, I don't think this was quite on all of our lists.
That's right. I was kind of looking around. Like, the hell happened here? Excuse me. And she kind of like stomps off back to this back room to have a talk with somebody. You just hear her start going off on Octavio in the back room.
I'm just gonna scoot over here so I can semi-hear their conversation while we're doing this.
Yeah, she's not happy that he has let this town go to shit on his watch. She feels like he is responsible. She's cussing him out. She doesn't even know half the thing. About halfway through her swearing him up and down, she realizes there are children in the room. Cut herself slightly short.
The children have grown up.
Oh yeah.
But nonetheless, Octavio claims that he has no knowledge of the hell's going on. It just started happening. And everybody's concerned, but for the most part, you are in a safe and bunkered down place, at least for now. What would you all like to do? Do you have anybody you would like to interrogate, ask questions of, find out things, do stuff? Be people?
Well,
you made it to the end. You feel that your people are safe.
I go to just check up on.
Absolutely. And as you get back into the back and check on Irene in this back room with everybody else, she kind of like, it's getting a bit crowded in here, and she kind of like steps out of the back room towards your area, Kilmo. I'd say probably over to here.
Question: Who got the letter from the
Me.
Okay.
I'm purposely not handing it over right now.
No, you're good. I was just wondering.
Yeah, I need to put that in my inventory so I don't forget, because I was going to hand it straight over, but situations and priorities.
Yep. And you notice the two gruff-looking huntsmen in the north part of the room, are sharpening weapons and seeming to take an inventory of arrows and equipment and things like that.
I walk over to Branwyn. I'm like, think priorities have changed and we need to get this place under control if we want this to be like a safe place to come back to.
Agreed. We need to look at the situation. Maybe use this as a hub.
I suggest
Get
you start
the area
going around
around
and gathering information from everyone.
Yeah. Should we call a meeting, see what's going on?
Good do. As Davey kind of comes over to your group and just generally checking on everybody, making sure everybody's okay. Kind of in passing, just explains that something started attacking the town. Town's guard had their hands full. Danica kind of comes up and she had mentioned something about how the people of the town seem strangely restless, like more so than usual.
Has anyone checked the sewers?
We need to get above ground sorted before we think about going underground. Into darkness, where we know we've had run-ins with things before.
Hi.
But as you all, if gathering people and calling a meeting is what you want to do to gather the intel, you could easily enough do that. Is that what you wish to do, or do you want to ask people individually what's your play?
Well,
or a little of both. It's up to you guys.
Well, we need this town's obviously under attack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
currently under attack.
We need to work out A, what's happening, B, what we're up against, and C, how we're going to proceed.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
No, go for it. Oh, sorry.
No. I was just gonna point out, like you said, the Markovs don't know anything, right?
They don't seem to know much. No.
Okay.
Other people in here may.
And I walk up to the huntsman, and I just ask, I go, "Do you know what's going on?"
Something about wolves, werewolves attacking the town from the north. Me and Yagveni, we were about to go and make sure everybody up in that part of town's all right. But wanted to make sure Erwin was okay over here first, because we still need somewhere to come back to drink to after all. You see, just like the other guy, the bald guy, just gives like a wide grin. He kind of nods back and forth, almost over animatedly, and just doesn't say a word.
I just walk off, and I just kind of tell the group real quick. I go, hey, werewolves.
And vampire spawn, and zombies. And something to do with the guy that we passed?
All the damn Frankenstein's monsters all gathered.
He would have came from that stupid abbot, right?
Yeah.
What would he be sent here? And why?
Revenge.
For what?
What for? Abby was fine.
But this entire town is under siege now. You don't think it's...
Sounds like by multiple groups at once.
You don't think this was all by Strahd?
This was all... I reckon that this is just 3 incredible coincidences happening to perform a miracle.
No, I think we have a puppet master.
Yeah.
And who could that possibly be?
Well, let's think. We have the everything dark power that we've encountered so far.
Fair.
Strahd.
Don't think he would be.
We have Baba Yaga,
That
which
might
we
work.
still haven't dealt with again, which really concerns me.
Hi.
Well,
at this point, the people have kind of emerged from the back room, including Esmeralda, Octavio, and a third gentleman who slinks out of the room behind the other two and kind of takes a post over here on the wall.
Lady Gaga. Oh my god. It was really just the singer with the meat dress.
That's the group's kind of
I wish it was Lady Gaga.
Fucking hell.
That would be easier. Anyway.
Bitch, I was born this way.
We got a bard in the group.
These all are kind of gathered in the center area. The information kind of gets spread around a little bit that there are at least confirmed zombies, vampire spawn, werewolves, direwolves.
Direwolves, great.
Potentially things that people haven't seen yet, as well as a very on-edge town. You gather from the locals that everybody's pretty well fed up with the Burgermeister.
That's fine.
After Solsdar, the hunter who talks, is going to kind of pipe up and just explain that after the most recent after the most recent festival.
Gathering.
Blazing Sun. Yeah, that one. The thing. Festival of the Blazing Sun, that the people started to resent the Burgermeister more, especially after the botched attempt of what happened. And that one of the nobles of the town led a revolt against the Baron. And so the town is currently in literal revolt and upheaval.
Interesting.
So I have a proposition regarding that, but let's save the town before we deal with a corrupt noble. He's easy. It's kind of what I do.
You would notice that I'm just kind of smirking from behind one of the tables, like, he finally got his comeuppance. Interesting.
So where did this all start in the town? Do we know that?
Yes.
John kind of pipes up.
One second.
It was over by the stables. From what I hear, the guy I was with was telling me about it, but I can't really tell anybody about it anymore, I guess. Apparently the creature had a number of other things in the wagon that he brought to the stables. They popped out and attacked when defenses were low, I guess.
Other things.
Like what attacked us in the street. Those monsters.
Okay, that doesn't sound like the abbot, so that's one thing. He deals in...
It was a major illusion. I knew it. There was something off about that wagon.
Yes.
Oh. What should be our next move? You know how this goes. Sooner or later we gotta punch something.
Well,
Secure the town.
Secure the town. Our best chance is to head towards the epicenter and see what we see there and where it goes from there.
Yep. I agree.
May I...
Suggestion. You hear a voice peek out from the side of the room.
As I was about to speak and have my mouth open, I give him a glare and a nod to continue.
It seems that getting the town safe and under control would be the best course of action. We have a number
Man's
of
a genius.
strong hands here with a lot of you, and he kind of looks over at your group. May be well and able to draw a blade, save a life.
And you are?
Glares over and glances over, and you all notice that he glances in Irina's direction. I mean, that's only what the heroes do, after all. As he smirks.
Who in the nine hells are you?
I just look around at us like, you see heroes? Because I don't.
Sorry. Does everybody see that? It's a character.
I don't see that.
Let's see, like this guy?
Yes, you should see a guy.
Yeah.
No, we don't see a pop-up, no.
Not a pop-up, but just,
Nope.
just a dude. There we go. Well, I see it.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Nope. Glaring.
Yeah, no,
Wonderful.
fuck him.
The glare is in. I can tell.
So what's your problem, Gaston?
I have no problem, sir. I just want the town of Valaki to be safe once again.
Insight check.
Make an insight
Yes. Good. Thank you.
16.
16.
Can I make one as well with a +6?
Sure, make an insight check, Chi, as you're making separate ones from across the room. Looks like a very
23.
rich Barovian.
Ooh.
23. It looks like a very rich Barovian.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know him.
You've never seen this man before.
Ah, interesting.
I lean over to John and go, you know who he is?
John kind of leans in. He's like, that's Vasily, Mr. von Holtz. He's very, very wealthy in town. He's a baron, much like the previous burgomaster.
Probably don't hear that. I don't
Hmm.
believe we've been introduced, good sir.
Well, I don't know how I haven't met such a pretty face in this drab land of Valaki, but Vasily von Holtz. A pleasure to meet you, ma'am. And he kind of bows at a 45-degree angle, one hand toward his chest and the other kind of bowed out, over embellishing this bow, like very pompous, flagrant bow. Just
You just hear like a
named Pierre.
you hear a snort. You hear almost like a snort coming from Kelma, and he kind of glances over to Esmeralda, just kind of giving this look like, really?
He kind of just smiles, and
What?
as he looks over once again at Irina, you see her just kind of like stifle a chuckle, which is quite odd for all of you to hear.
Oh. I smile. Lady Brenwyn, at your service. These are my front companions.
Well, as my service is always appreciated. But to the matter at hand, I think we need to retake the town center and organize from there. It'll be dangerous. I believe that we should have our warriors leading the charge.
What men can you offer, Mr. Baron?
We've got you all.
And
Solsdar Yevgeny. I'm not the worst with a sword.
of course, if you are going to organize us, you should probably pick up a blade yourself, mate. And I smirk and sort of look around. Anybody got a spare blade on hand?
And I sit down at the table and go, and maybe pay us if you're going to hire us.
Baron.
Nord takes a short sword out of his backpack, and I go, and he goes, I agree. And he tosses him the sword. You should lead the way.
I love this. I love every ounce of this.
I am intimidating him, so I am going to roll an intimidation check.
Oh, yes.
17.
Okay.
Every ounce of this.
So as you toss the sword, he makes an attempt to catch it with a dexterity check of 14. He catches the sword, not as gracefully as one normally would, but catches it, doesn't cut his hand on it nonetheless, and is slightly taken aback at your intimidating, as he just kind of holds the sword for a moment and chuckles. He's like, well, I mean, I'd happily go out, but if I were to fall in battle, who would organize the troops?
Us?
I believe we have a general amongst us already that would do quite well.
Aye, the Minotaur. Couple of 100 years old, aren't you?
And we have a foot soldier who can actually do a pretty good job. And I point to John.
I'm a former pirate. I've run a crew.
He looks up, he's like, yeah, very well then. Seems we should march to the battlefield in arms.
Aye.
Everyone in favor of the town center? And looks around for
And nod casually.
any plus or minus in any direction.
Are the stables near the town center?
No.
But we do know that there are guards holed up in the town center.
Okay,
Yes.
fair enough.
Having an available force would be good.
Yes.
So I head towards the door.
Well, I say that Esmeralda, Irina, and Benrichten should stay here.
Yeah.
Okay.
She needs as much protection as she can get. we'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. As I'm gonna let everyone kind of do that.
Von Rick and Esmeralda kind of nod and stay back with Irina. Vasily is going to kind of sheepishly, but also bravadily walk forward and
Of course.
kind of walk over to Irina and reach out and take her hand from her hip, raises it up and just gives it a small peck on the back of her hand as he drops her hand down.
I kind of sigh for a second, and I kind of examine, like, does he have any armor or anything on?
He's got a little bit of light armor on. Yes, he's wearing.
Question, and this is like, is he like around AC 16 at all, or is he below that?
It's hard to tell. You're not quite sure. I mean, the little bit of armor that you can see hanging out of his clothes, he seems to be armored.
I tap him by the shoulder and I go, "Hey, no one else is gonna tell you, but you better be good with that sword because right now you seem like an idiot. But here, I'm gonna help you out." And I cast bark skin.
Okay.
On him.
Is that okay?
Basically, no matter what, he has AC 16.
Okay. He kind of nods in your direction a little bit as he puts Irina's hand down and begins to walk towards the door. Solsdar and Yevgeny seem to stand up and, well, good a day as any to kill some werewolves.
If nothing else, you have a war priest on your hand in my books. I can at least cast some radiant spells.
As everyone seems to be leaving, I'm gonna come up to Owen. Didn't particularly want to give this to you right now, but considering all the chaos outside, I have a letter from your father. Not
the best time, but I understand.
Yeah, I'd rather it be in here where you can read it than potentially out there with a bunch of whatever the hell.
He kind of reaches out his hand and takes it.
Pretty sure he's staying with his family, but okay.
I know he's staying. I mean,
he's saying the letter itself.
Yeah.
Battlefield would be here in a second.
Yeah, if I died with the letter on me out there, I'd rather it be in here so that he has it.
I got the minute. Okay. He kind of takes it, nods, and Danica kind of looks at you and just mouths the words, just be careful.
I'm quick.
To set up and begin to exit toward the town square.
I put my hand on John's shoulder and I go, "You've seen enough fighting for the day. No one gets in here. We're leaving John here."
I cast thaumaturgy and I whisper in John's ear, "Go. You'll be impressed."
And you just see like a firm confidence kind of come over John's face, and he's like, "Okay, I'll hold it down here. Just be careful." And he kind of looks over at the group and.
Can I look at John real quick?
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
He's just standing there. He's a red cube.
I'm gonna pull out a wooden stake and I'm gonna toss it to John. If you need to do anything, aim for the heart. I give a firm nod.
Kind of looks at it and. Okay. Thanks.
I don't have much else I can give you, mate. I'd give you more, but I'm carrying around 300 fucking pounds of iron, so... I'm not, but, like, I'm just kind of over-exaggerating, I guess.
And John just kind of like, okay. I'll do what I can. I got you.
All right, let's go.
So, you want to set off? With Solsdar, Yevgeny, and this new addition to the party, Vasily von Holtz, on the way with the rest of you, headed towards the center of town. Let's see a map for me real quick, because I need a map, man. I need a thing.
Oh, let's see. What's Vasily von Holtz level and class? Because I need to figure out whether or not I need to emboldening bond this man.
I get a feeling he's
think we need to
probably
your NPCs. How about that? Do me that favor.
We'll find out in the fight.
Yeah. You'll know.
Yeah. I'm guessing fighter.
I'm guessing.
I love that, like, the very first interaction we've ever had with this man, and we've already just gone full hostile. It's the best.
Not full hostile, but very much a dude.
Ridicule. Yeah.
Stop.
I don't think I've ever seen a D&D campaign where that is the first reaction they had to a guy like that.
Like,
I mean,
Makes me
yeah.
so happy.
like you're trying too hard.
Sounds like an ass.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Like,
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. I had this planned in a different way. And
I knew I was carrying around a short sword for some reason.
Now you know, man. Now you know. I would have given him a war pick, but I felt like that would be a bit too ridiculous.
That would have been hilarious, though.
Martial weapon? Yeah, shit, dude.
Sorry.
I think he's a fighter. I think it would have been fine. But
I had to change this stuff
Yeah?
around.
yeah, he's either
He's-
a fighter or
I just
maybe a bard.
And then
maybe
party
a bard.
tokens, and then
Because of his like flu nature.
He's
That'd be
he's
interesting.
he's either a fighter
that, huh?
Dude,
Or
I have
or
a
he's
pair
a
of manacles.
spellcaster.
I
Yeah.
could have given
Yeah,
John
he might be a
manacles.
spellcaster. It'd be nice if he was like a cleric or something.
He's not a cleric.
No, I heavily doubt that.
He's probably
I'm
a
probably one of the only people here that can cast radiant magic other than
Fabio
Dino.
and Irina behind, right? So it's
Yeah.
just Shield Guardian who hasn't been present with you all for forever.
It's fine. He's just there.
Yeah, this whole time.
Oh shit! He didn't even come in the door. He's just outside.
Yeah. I'm just picturing this giant robot.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been the elephant in the room, literally. It's just like, hey, I'm just here. Hi.
Can a person like ride on top of the shield guardian?
See why not? It's a large creature. It's fucking.
It literally held Trovik when he slept.
Yeah,
Can I ride on the back of the shield guardian with my pistol out?
That's up to Trovik.
There we go. Commoner tokens. There we go. So,
Do it.
That seems like a ridiculous idea, and I'm kind of down. So I'm probably gonna do that.
okay, so, as you all wind through the city, you don't really notice anything in the center of town that's got you concerned. It seems like whatever it is seems to have been massing towards the town center, or you know that the guards have like massed and gathered to defend something in the town center, presumably civilians that couldn't get back into their homes or dwellings or something like that, or places that weren't necessarily safe. And you all are kind of being given this back and forth by Soulstar and Digveni as they kind of take you across town. You arrive at the town square, same place with the stocks and the gallows and the raised platform and everything else. However, you notice in the center is probably about 6 or 7 towns guard, and maybe 8 or 9 common folk just hold up like near the stocks in the center of town, or near the gallows in the center of town. I'm sorry. And they seem to be building some sort of a barricade, kind of stacking wood and boards and things like they can together to try and like make a defensive position in the center of town that people can come and kind of rally at. As you all are approaching this, it does not seem to be under attack at the moment. You see a number of just common folk in Townsguard trying to put together barricades and things like that. As Vasily is kind of walking with your group and you all are approaching fast, what would you like to do? Sounds great.
Guess hail them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look around to see if there's any creatures.
Make a perception check for me.
Nice.
Sure. You hear a number of discernible howls off in the distance, and they seem to be getting closer to the center of the town as well as you all are as you're traveling towards. So you can pinpoint and gather that you might have company quite soon.
I just passed that along to the rest of the.
Yeah, absolutely. And you all are coming to the palisade itself. You do hail out, and one of the town's guards shouts out, "If you're a friend of Valaki, come and help defend. If you're a foe, we'll kill you on sight."
I mean, we kind of okay. We've saved you guys from vampires before, but okay, cool.
We're honestly kind of neutral.
I point to.
Well, some of you are recognized by the guard, not all, and the one that you're conversing with has never seen you all before. Was not in any part of the township that you've been dealing with before, so was unaware of you.
I just yell out, "We know John."
You get a pause for a moment as a couple of them kind of talk back and forth.
John the blacksmith or John the baker or John the guard? Yes, yes.
I just yelled like,
sure.
"He's one of the guards, you fucking idiots!" And then I point to the I think it was. We also brought this rich idiot too.
As
Oh my
you
god.
say that, you see a smirk kind of come over the man's face as he takes a step forward, raises his hand, and the soldier almost immediately snaps to attention. "Mr. Van Holtz! It's good to see you, sir. Sorry I didn't recognize you." It's a completely different mannerism. Quite all right.
God, I missed that.
Honestly, so do I.
And he walks a little more casually. It's like, judging from that comment, you once held a position much similar to mine.
I still do if I could get there.
Kind of like smirks and turns back away. He's like, "We're here to aid with the defenses, chaps. Now, do you know how many? Do you know which direction?" And he starts kind of like stepping into a more leadershipy role of these guards. It's kind of offsetting. And as he kind of walks forward and begins talking, you see Solstar behind him just kind of spit on the ground. Just he kind of pulls out his spear and starts stretching like he's getting ready for battle.
I assume your opinion of him is more along in line with ours then. Wonderful.
All these fucking nobles are the same.
I give him a look just like, really?
And
I
it looks
laugh.
like-
Kelmal just laughs.
I mean, they don't give a shit about us. They give a shit about how they can benefit out of this. Von Holtz ain't shown his face in 2 weeks. Now all of a sudden he wants to play the hero.
He was
He
hiding
has
in the
strong individuals.
Well, you know, if you ever just want it to vanish, just say the word.
Might do that.
Oh shit.
Kelmal just kind of gives a glance over there
Yeah.
to Branwyn, just kind of like a, like a little like.
Oh, come on. Spoil my fun.
You kind of hear Souls Dark and no, of course. Obviously not. Kind of like takes a step forward and away from that conversation a little bit. But you all have a little bit of time to set a few defenses. I'm going to set this up here. And
So,
probably just a heads up,
Okay.
whatever you all set up, we will not get to until next time because
yes.
want to start something before we're about to cut it drastically short. So we can either stop now and y'all can do prep and setup and thing next time, or we can do prep setup now and thing next time. It's up to you guys. It'll be fresh in your memory if you do all the prep and setup on the day of. But
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. I mean, it gives us a bit of time to strategize.
and it gives you time to strategize. You now know what you're walking into. But I will put this map in front of you all so you can see.
Okay.
Literally, the
Just-
worst part about this,
And I've taken
I don't have
the
any.
blocking field of view off just so you can strategize, but there
Okay.
will be dynamic lighting on this when it comes to it.
So we're aware.
Mhm.
Where are there currently set barricades? Like which streets of these are blocked?
I got
Is
you.
it all the entrances or?
Not all.
Because I want to know what
figure-
rooftops and things I have to work with.
Yeah, because I figured there's a barricade here since that's the way we up.
Yeah, there's like a little small fortifications here. They're not like full barricades. They're
Alright.
just. I'll
So
have
the
this
back's
better
not
next-
blocked off?
Okay.
I'm getting there. I'm doing one square at a time, Jan. Doing what I
Mhm.
Whoever's got blue lines, erase them. I'm gonna do this all with
Okay,
boxes,
sorry.
but they're not all shut off. So, because the sidewalks are still technically traversable things, it's just like
Mhm.
blocking up most of this as best they can. That would actually probably be further down here. Like that.
The worst part about this is I don't really have any field control stuff. All of my stuff needs like dead bodies or some kind of stunning, or like I need to be within like 30 feet of something, right? I'd have stuff that could help, but literally there needs to be dead people in order for it to work.
Well, zombies are considered dead people.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Like
Yeah, so that's
Red
basically
of the
where
Fallen
the
Puppet.
barricades
Okay.
set up for the most part. Like this one's completely walled off here. If I can paint, of course I can. Here's completely walled off. All these ones here are space barricades for the most part, allowing
Okay.
passage through one way or the other. You could refortify some of them or take higher vantage positions, et cetera, et cetera. There are ways up
Yeah.
the roofs in certain places. This map is roughly exactly accurate. I just need to add a few things onto it, and I will get y'all that revision midweek, if nothing else, so you can see it
Okay.
days before the actual session. So that way
Just
you have a
epic
bit of time
battle.
to plan, because this is probably about to be a pretty big scuffle. If I had to guess, based on
City
scenario.
under siege.
City under
Yay.
siege. My
City,
favorite
Let's have
D&D
some
scenario,
fun,
City Under
boys.
Siege.
City under siege.
I'm really sad because I bought a bunch of sick ass music that I was going to have for this session. But the problem is there's two versions of that music, and there's the little short looped versions which fit on Roll20, and there's the long 30-minute versions which don't fit on Roll20 because of space and upload upload size. So guess which one I bought for $9 instead of which one I should have bought for $9.
Oh,
So I've got 30-minute song tracks of all these great songs that I can use for YouTube videos because I can't use them for anything else.
What a shame.
So it's fine.
If you want
It's
me to be
just
able to
I
like
had,
cut them down,
Burning Town was like a song that I like purchased this for, and I was like, this is gonna be for this, and it's just
I
like,
mean,
nope.
you could try.
MTC, if you want me
there's
to
a
cut
way
it
to play in
down.
a Discord.
I mean, I
Yeah.
know it's
It would be a pain.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
adding another bot to things, and I can do it, but what's the point?
I have like audio editors and stuff.
Once I get paid next week, I'll buy the short versions of it. YouTube shit. It's fine.
Gotcha.
I'm not
But
really-
all right, so
Sorry about that. Yeah, so with that, we'll wrap up for today. If you guys want to stick around and chit and chat after we get off stream, we're cool to do that. But I'm passing
Okay.
back over.
okay, well then I'll sign us all out. I just want to thank everybody for coming on through. Big thanks. We got 3 new follows: Spock the Wizard, Bearded Fortress, and Mr. Churchill. So thank you, you guys, for following. Thanks everyone else who came on through. And remember, if you ever miss any of our sessions, go to the One Shot Tavern. That's where we're uploading these VODs. And this VOD is probably going to be uploaded tomorrow, to be very honest. So, you guys could go subscribe to that channel. And as always, guys, we really appreciate your support. Tomorrow, as a channel message, starting tomorrow, I'm going to be recording in the beginning of each session my Digital Boundaries news segments in the beginning of the stream sessions, and then we'll jump into gaming and whatnot. So tomorrow will be the first time for me doing that, and that should be fun. And just make sure you join us on next Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the next episode of Curse of Strahd. Take care, all.